All right, there we go. Okay. Fun, fun, fun. Awesome. Okay. Did my Alexa go out yesterday? No. Was it supposed to? I don't know. I didn't have to use it yesterday. I don't really use Alexa unless it's for this right here, listening to music. Anywho, guys, we are live on YouTube and Twitch. So if you're a dedicated Twitcher and tuber, by all means, go ahead and report to duty. Thank you so very much. I know you guys do it because you love me, and I love you too. So with that being said, thank you so much. And also, TikTok, hi. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. Thank you so much for being here. All right. As you guys know, you could be anywhere else in the world, but you are here with me, and I appreciate you. I'm going to go ahead and reset the daily gift goal. Is the I'm new here. All right. Let's knock those out. Also, if you haven't already, please send your daily heart me. Doing so helps get us on the FYP and helps us actually stay there so that we can have these conversations with these Trump supporters. Now, with that being said, guys, you are always active participants. So let's keep the momentum going tonight. Let's continue to tap the screen, share the live, knock out the goals. Let's keep doing all of the good things. All right. And tonight, hey, King Woods. Tonight, guys, I am going to ask that we put, instead of Cabela's, hashtag Cabela's, let's do Bass Pro Shop tonight. Hashtag Bass Pro Shop. All right. So let's do that. With that being said, guys, Trump supporters, if you voted for Donald Trump, get in the box. Hey, Sky, get in the box so that we can have a conversation. All right. We're either going to do a civil conversation, a decent discourse, or you're choosing, we can have a heated exchange. It's up to you. Kiana, hi, love. All right. With that being said, guys, yeah, let's get this party started. Let's see what we have going on here. All right. Okay.
Hey, Erica. Trump 2028, am I right?
I'm sorry, what?
Trump 2028, am I right?
You're wrong. All right. So I can take it that you did vote for Donald Trump?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Funny, Kiana. Okay. So with that being said, I think that you're deplorable and it is based on your vote for Donald Trump. Prove me wrong. Why did you vote for him?
Well, I voted on him based on the fact that he was going to import illegal immigrants, put tariffs on other countries, make sure our borders are way more secure, which they are. Thanks to the big, beautiful bill as well. Our military is a lot stronger. Making sure, elections are nice and safe. Executive order, getting rid of mail-in ballots and voting machines, both ways. I mean, we'll just wait and see.
Well, why do you want to take away? Wait, hold on. Why do you want to take away people's ability to vote, though? Why do you want to do that?
Nobody's taking away anybody's ability to vote. It's just you got to go to the you got to go to the you got to go vote in the booths, or you got to go up and you know what I'm saying. Write down your ticket.
But are you sure, Marcus? Because what about our deployed service members? What
about deployed service members? I guess they have to show up.
Hold on. What about our U.S. Our citizens who live overseas that work on the bases, who work at the embassies, who work elsewhere? Like, what about them?
I guess they can't vote. They gotta be there to vote.
You guess that they can't vote?
Not that I guess. It's just it is what it is.
I'm sorry. Make that make sense, please.
Well, we don't need voting machines. We don't need mail-in ballots. So we got to get rid of those.
No. That will be going against the Constitution. You know that, right?
Absolutely not. It doesn't say anywhere in the Constitution that we need voting machines or mail-in ballots.
Yeah, actually it does, because
where does it say that in the Constitution?
I believe it's Article 2. It's either Article 1 or Article 2. It does actually state that the states control their voting process. So there's that. Yeah. So the
not with an executive order, but
I'm going to get it.
Not with an executive order, but the thing is, even with that, it doesn't say anything about mail-in ballots or voting machines. There's nothing in the Constitution that says that. You know what I'm saying?
It actually does. It doesn't mention machines specifically, but it actually gives them the ability to determine how they're going to vote. And also, executive orders are not laws. That's not a way to actually legislate.
Absolutely, it is.
So
he has every right to do. He has every right to do so. Holmes. He has every right to sign those executive orders.
No, but you weren't.
And there's nothing that you guys could do about that.
I'm sorry. You said there's nothing that we can do about what? Him and his executive orders?
Absolutely, because you know what? You guys
Are
try to
you a
sue
real
him.
person? Like, how
You
old are
guys try to
you?
sue. You guys try to sue him on his executive orders, and already got overturned by the Supreme Court. You guys just keep taking the
How old are
L's.
you, sir?
23.
You're 23. Will you
Yep.
please act like your frontal lobe is almost developed? Like you are childish. And I'm not saying that. Like, you gotta stop talking when I'm talking, please. I'm begging you.
I'm sorry, I hurt your
And
feelings.
stop trying to do that gish galloping stuff. You don't have to do that here. You can calm down. You can breathe a little, okay?
I'm sorry, I hurt your feelings, host.
You didn't hurt my feelings. I'm just telling you that you can calm down. You can breathe here, okay?
Oh, I'm calm. Very calm, knowing that President Trump's my president.
Okay, go ahead. You're very calm knowing that Donald Trump is your president.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
Did you hear Newsom?
Is that the end of your sentence?
Did you hear Newsom
finished?
got his Trump 2028 hat in the mail?
So you're finished with that point? Okay.
He was really upset about that.
Okay. So anywho, all right. Article 1, Section 4 actually gives Congress the power to regulate the time, places, and manner of federal elections. And then Article 2, Section 2 basically gives for state elections, local and state elections to the state. So it gives them the ability to set when they get to vote for their House reps, the state Senate reps, and so on and so forth.
Well, we just got away with
the
this.
State does that. And also it
order,
gives the ability for the state to decide how they want their citizens to vote. And mail-in ballots, of course, would be for the states to decide on. So Donald Trump
all the red states will definitely get rid of it.
I'm sorry. Donald Trump cannot just sign
which is most of the country
and expect that it's just going to happen. That's not how any of this works.
Well, if we're going by your logic, host, and it only goes by with the states. I mean, most of the states in the United States are red. So I mean, you can kiss the mail-in ballots and the voting machines goodbye. So that's going to go.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. That's you hoping and wishing, but you have no legal framework to actually make it happen.
Well,
it would be going against the Constitution. States. So, Marcus, do you believe that the Constitution is the law of the land?
Wait, I thought you said it was up to the states.
He would be going against the Constitution because the power is vested in the states to choose how they conduct their elections via the Constitution. So if Donald Trump attempted to do an executive order that took away that ability from the states, he would therefore be going against the Constitution, would he not?
Let's say he doesn't do that
answer
executive
the question.
order.
Would he not be going
let's say
no, answer the
let's
question.
Say he doesn't
please.
do that executive order.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
States will do it.
Here's the thing. You're not answering questions. Answer the question. Would he be going against the Constitution? Yes or no?
Oh, I can't answer the question when you keep muting my microphone.
No, you got muted because you're not answering the question. You're not.
I mean, typically
question,
Democrats do this when they're losing the debate.
Sir, answer the question.
I mean, but there you have it. That's typical Democrats. But
answer the question for the love of God.
Is absolutely not. But if we're going by your logic, the thing is, with your logic though, if it's up to the red states, they'll just get rid of voting machines and mail-in ballots.
Against the Constitution, if in Article 1, Section 2, it actually gives the states the power to determine how they conduct their elections. So how is him saying, okay, states, you can no longer do mail-in ballots and you can't use these types of machines? Wouldn't that be Donald Trump going against the Constitution of the United States? I mean, anyone with a working brain cell would be able to make the connection.
I mean, mail-in ballots and voting machines anyways has nothing to do with, voting or anything really. I mean, at the end of the day.
Yes, it is. It's a method of voting. What do you mean?
Well, a method of cheating, and that's what
it's not a method of cheating. What statistical data do you have to show? What method of data do you have? Like what
I'll give you the data.
Where is that?
So
thank you.
I'll give you the data.
Along with the sources,
let's take a look back. Let's take a look back at the 2020 election. How much votes did President Biden get?
I don't know. You tell us.
81 million. Am I correct on that? We're on the same page. 81 million votes. Okay. How much votes did Kamala Harris get in this election?
What does it matter?
No, answer the question. No, it's going to matter. Answer the question. How many votes did Kamala Harris get in this U.S. election? I want to hear you say it.
That's you. Oh, you just want us to say it because that's going to make you feel better.
Please say it.
No, the question was, what
is the
evidence
amount
do
of
you
votes?
have? Liv, did I ask the question correctly? Like, do
All
I
right,
need to ask
somebody
it a
put
different way, Liv?
66 million. I mean, it was close. I think
Yes.
it was
Do
a
I
little
need
over
to ask
70.
the question a
It
different
was
way?
it was a little over 70 million question. 70 million he got
Third highest in
compared to Joe
American
Biden.
history, right?
Compared to Joe Biden.
Third highest in American history.
One. Up here we go with the muting.
But you did say 66 million.
Here we go with the muting. But 76 million was actually how much votes she got. And
So
I mean, that's a huge difference from when the amount of votes that Biden got. I mean, a huge difference. And the reason why was because of the mail-in ballots. It's because of COVID, and it's because that was their way of cheating. And President Trump is getting rid of those mail-in ballots. So
no,
Democrats
that's not
can't
true.
cheat.
That you are absolutely incorrect. I just wanted to let you know.
I
that.
am absolutely.
Yeah, I am literally
that
saying no to what you just said because that's not true.
But host, we can go with your logic.
Yeah.
Let's say
you can't. No.
Let's go with your logic. I'm going to side with you. I'm going to go with your logic. Let's say it's up to these states. I just stated it before. If it's up to the states, the majority of the country is going to get rid of voting machines and mail-in ballots.
In 2020,
that guarantees no Democrat wins again.
This is why you get muted because you don't know when to be quiet. So in 2020, 80 million people didn't vote in 2020. 80 million people who were eligible and or registered to vote did not vote in 2020. Kamala Harris,
because they made up the ballots. That's what happened.
Joe Biden got 81 million votes in 2020. He got 81 million votes in 2020. Kamala got 76 million in 2024. In 2024,
she absolutely sucks,
other people who are eligible and or registered to vote, 90 million of them did not vote.
Oh, so what
did not vote.
I mean, I thought
right, so your argument, even standing against the numbers, does not make sense. Now, on this platform, when I ask you for data, that means you provide a source to show us that there has been verified fraud in regards to mail-in ballots. And when we say verified, I want actual widespread fraud. Where is the fraud in the mail-in ballot vote? I don't need your conjecture or your speculation or your projection. I don't need any of that. Give us a source.
You see how she has to keep me. She can't
I'm not muting you. Shout out to my mom.
But the thing, I know your mods can't handle it either. But maybe that's an excuse for you. Maybe you're the one that's actually doing it. But the thing is, there's countless of videos of people shoving and stuffing mail-in ballots inside the boxes.
Okay, then show us
videos.
Show us the people.
Excuse me. I'm speaking.
The people who were actually convicted for this and for the 2024 election.
There were truckloads of mail-in ballots coming in in certain states. I mean, we got Arizona, for example. Arizona. That's how Katie Hobbs got in her job, because they cheated. They were, Carrie Lake.
Not how Katie Hobbs got in her job.
Completely wiped her, mopped the floor with her.
Yeah,
and
no,
they decided,
that didn't happen.
because since they're
Katie Hobbs won her position, her office fair and square.
Excuse me. They decided to stuff in ballot boxes and decided to cheat because they are cheaters.
Yeah, that didn't
They
happen.
cannot win in a fair election, and that's why you guys are panicking.
That's
what this is all about.
Just because you think
this is what it's all about.
You say it does not make it true, sir. You haven't said anything factual since you've been on this panel. Also, there were 63 cases of election fraud that went to court, and TikTok does not like you spewing misinformation. They said you got the boot. All right, guys, let's keep tapping the screen, sharing the live. Let's keep doing all other good things. Also, guys, you do not have to report. Please allow me to handle it. Liv is also a mod. He can handle it. You guys do not have to report, okay? Please don't report. I appreciate each and every last one of you for being here, but you don't have to report because when you do report, you hurt me too. All right. So with that being said, guys, let's keep doing all of the good things. Let's tap that screen, share the live. Let's go ahead and knock out the I heart yous right here. Let's knock those out, get those out of the way. Also, Liv is here. Continue to show him love. And guys, let's just keep doing all of the good things. And if you voted for Donald Trump, get in the box. Get in the box and let's have a conversation because why not? Also, Quinn, I saw you. I was going to let you up. You changed your profile picture. I sent you an invite, Quinn.
Hey,
You know it's crazy.
Oh, you did message me. Yes, it's fine. But when? What time?
I'm not sure. Just let me know if you can. I needed a favor from you.
Facilitate something? You said facilitate something. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll read the message.
Yeah, for Liv and Osa.
Oh, and is that this Friday?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I have anything to do on Friday. I won't be here tomorrow. Okay. All right. Yeah,
You
sure,
good?
I can do that. Yeah, I'm
Okay,
good.
I'll send you everything that you need,
Okay.
and we'll go from there. That's what I need. That's all I need. It's bedtime. I gotta be up at 3.
All right. Good night, sir.
Thank
3
you.
o'clock to go to the gym is insane. I'm gonna talk about you.
Dedication.
All right, bye, Queen.
Bye.
All right, awesome. All right, guys. Yep, let's just keep doing all of the good things. That guy was annoying. I'm just gonna say that for sure.
I don't even know. I had nothing to say. Like, one, if there was massive widespread voter fraud, Donald Trump pardoned January 6ers. Why not criminalize the people that did the voter fraud like he is migrants? You know?
Exactly.
The other part, the other
63 cases. Mm-hmm.
yeah. Oh my gosh! Out of 180 million votes or 170 million votes, Jesus Christ! So much voter fraud. The other thing I don't understand about the argument, and I wish he was still here, is that he's talking about the amount of people that voted for Trump, as if we go off of popular vote for our elections. I didn't understand that.
I didn't get it.
Make
It's like,
sense.
what's the point? But my whole point was like, if you're claiming that there is fraud, then by all means, give us the proof. I literally will make them stand in quicksand of proof. Like, show it to us. Give me the source. I'll look it up. I don't mind. I don't mind looking it up. But yeah, TikTok didn't like that. So there's that.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I think I need to hit a restart because I just got another one for him and he's not even here. So I think I gotta hit a restart.
Okay, do a restart. I'll come back.
Okay. All right, guys. We will be right back, guys. Right back. Don't squirrel. I'm gonna do like fantastic.
But we should be live for a while. So
Okay.
yeah, if you're
bet.
if you want to stop by after, you're more than welcome.
Okay.
I don't know if you're gonna do. It looks like you're about to start some debate. So
Yeah.
yeah. But
So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna come over and hang out with you.
thank you so much, Erica.
Yay! Hi,
Everyone-
Danimals.
Wait, before you leave, everyone,
Sure.
if there's 134 of you, if you aren't following Erica, make sure to drop a follow.
Drop a follow. Hi, and guys, over here, if you're not following my bestie and petty Dan, do so. Dan Malik is the man, so follow him. All right. Yeah, I just had a dude up here lying about stuff, so he had to go, and then I had to do a restart because he had to go.
Oh, he's one of those. Got
Yeah,
it.
one of those. So yeah.
My chat wants you to know that they all love you. Just-
Oh, I love you guys too. I love you, Danimals. I'm doing my heart thing. There we go. Is Mac there?
No, she's not. She's got work tomorrow in the morning.
Okay, tell her I said hi.
I will.
Okay,
Thank you so
see you later.
See you soon.
All
Bye.
right, you now know how to end this, right?
I don't know how to end the co-host thing.
Oh
so-
shit, we about to figure it out. Okay, hold on. Oh, I found out. Figured it out.
Okay.
No, wait, your live will continue. Okay, bye, Dan.
Bye.
Okay, awesome. All right, hi, guys. Okay, welcome back. All right. Ooh, 111. It's 111 of you in here. That's an angel number. Make a wish. Make a wish. I'm gonna make mine right now. Okay, I made mine. Okay. All right, guys. If you voted for Donald Trump, go ahead and get in the box. Also, before I'm so rude. I am so rude. Hi, YouTube. Hi, Twitch. We are back, guys. Thank you so much for your patience. I appreciate y'all. All right, I see Sizu. I knew I was gonna mess it up, but I see Sizu. I see Shin. I see Cece over there. And where's Baby Blue? I'm gonna have to go find her. Okay. With that being said, guys, let's keep doing all of the awesome things here while we try to get this back on the FYP. All right. So there's that. I hope I made it stop. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Yeah, it is risky, Cindy. You're right. So if you voted for Donald Trump, go ahead and get in the box. Get in the box and let's have a conversation. All right. Let's do it. Let's see what happens. All right. We have Carter. Is it Carter?
Yeah.
Oh, are you sleepy?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
I did.
You did. Are you sure you want to have a conversation about why you voted for Donald Trump and how you're not deplorable while you're sleeping?
Yeah.
Okay. I do have a question for you, Carter.
Yeah.
Do you plan on being racist or misogynistic?
No, I would never do that. I'm against that.
Okay. How old are you?
40.
40? Hold on
Yep.
one moment. Bubba, do you have your iPad? Do you have your iPad? Okay, you're not on your iPad? Bubba does not have his iPad. All right, so there's that. All right, guys. He answered the questions. We're gonna have to see what happens here. Shauna, keep your finger on the. Okay, anywho, moving on. All right, so Carter. With that being said, I think that you're deplorable because you voted for Donald Trump.
Yeah. I
Okay.
I vote
What year were you born in?
1985.
1985.
Yeah.
And how old are you?
40.
40. When's your birthday?
January 7th.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. You got the year right and everything. Okay. All right. I just had to that. I had to ask. Like, you have your story down pat. If you are a child, you know what?
Yeah. But I believe that Donald Trump was a good president. I mean, I believe he did better in like the 2020 time period. I believe now he is taking like he's kind of taking over power with the control.
I'm not gonna be able to do it. I'm not gonna be able to keep a straight face. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I just realized the math was wrong. Wait, no, the math wasn't wrong. His math was right. His math was completely right. If he was born in 85 or 84, whichever one he said, he would be 85. He'll be 40. He'll be 40. That's why I was like, the math is right. All right, guys, listen. I might not be able to say a few words, but two things I can do. I can read and I can do some quick math. All right. I can read and I can do some quick math. All right. And if it was, then you know what? Power to him or her, whichever, to them, because usually they can't get the year right. So, hey, shout out to them. Anywho, guys, let's get back into it. If you voted for Donald Trump, go ahead and get get in the box. Get in the box and let's have a conversation. All right. I think that you're deplorable because of your vote for Donald Trump, and you can prove me wrong. No one has proven me wrong yet. No one has proven me wrong. Hey, Sunkiss. Not a soul. Not a soul. So there's that. Okie dokie. Jeremiah, did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes, he is the GOAT.
How old are you?
18.
18. All right. So when did you turn 18?
And nigger.
Yeah. Okay. Say it with some conviction next time, baby.
Nigger.
All right. Say it with some conviction. Okay. All right. If you don't say it with your chest. Say it with your chest. Okay. All right. Good grief. Oh, guys, an oldie but goodie. An oldie but goodie. All right. Hey, Mr. Boom.
How you doing?
All right. I'm doing well. How are you tonight?
I'm good. I'm good.
Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. All right. What you got going on?
I'm over here cooking, about to make some salad.
About to make some salad? That's what's up. You vegan or vegetarian?
You know that.
I thought so. One of those. Vegan, right?
Yeah. I gotta be raising children now. I can't feed them what I ate growing up. That caused my grandparents what they went through. Gotta switch it up.
Didn't your grandma live? Well, ain't your grandma like in her 90s?
She be 104 this year.
See, so she ate good.
No, she's not alive right now. But she lived a long time to the 80s. But
Oh, she lived into her 80s?
yeah, but
Wait, I thought you told us that you couldn't vote for Kamala Harris because of what your grandma said.
yeah.
But your grandma lived into her 80s, though. She wasn't around last year to say anything about Kamala Harris.
No, I'm talking about from. I told you I saw them.
Did you lie to me? Boom.
I
No, I
think
didn't lie to
vegan's
you.
making your head lose it.
Boom. Did you lie to me?
No, you misunderstood what I said. I don't lie.
Okay. I'm sorry. I missed what the maladaptive child said, guys. I didn't even hear him. Didn't hear him.
Yeah, I said
What'd you say, Boom?
that. Now, at that time, I was telling you, I saw them during election time. My grandfather and I saw how they communicated about that stuff. And those are the kind of thing they base it on, as far as women and stuff like that, and men.
Okay.
And certain things they look at when they go. They don't look at the stuff they be looking at. The stuff I see people talk about, they don't care about that stuff. They care about how you take care of your children.
Okay, you don't know that you
and your family and stuff like that. And then they go take it from there.
Okay. All right. Hold on one moment, Mr. Boom. Lo, did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yeah, I did. He's
okay, how old are you?
28.
28. Okay, what year were you born in?
96.
Okay. When's your birthday? What month?
October.
Okay, that checks. All right, so I think that you're deplorable due to your vote for Donald Trump. All right, prove me wrong. Why did you vote for Donald Trump?
Because people like Mr. Boom underneath me voted for Harris.
He didn't vote for Kamala Harris. Why are you making assumptions?
He just said he did.
No, I didn't.
He just said he did.
He did not vote for Kamala Harris. And he did not say that.
Either one of you can listen, obviously.
No, you're the one who's having a problem listening.
Okay, Jelly.
Right? So, anywho, do you want to focus and lock in?
Yeah, sure, Jelly Bean.
Okay, so the question to you was, why did you vote for Donald Trump?
Because I thought he was a good president, Jelly Bean Head.
I'm sorry. Like, do you think that this is funny?
Harris was the vice president underneath Biden, correct? And she did a terrible job.
How did she do a terrible job? Like, tell us, what is the job of the vice president?
JD Vance is more active than Harris.
Yeah, sure. Tell us, what is the job of the vice president?
Obviously, to not do shit.
You can't even answer what the job is because you don't know shit.
Jelly bean head.
So there's that.
I literally just said it, jelly bean head.
You can keep saying that all you want to. You're not funny. No one's laughing. If anything, they're talking about you in the chat.
What are you talking about? Pay attention to me. I'm talking to you, not the chat.
No, I know how to multitask. You don't.
I'm talking to you. I'm not paying attention.
Put your active listening ears on, buddy. So there's
Stay
that.
Focused.
Like, why are you so maladaptive? Did your parents not get you the help that you needed as a child?
Well, here we go with the condescending.
I'm asking you. You're calling me jelly bean head, but I'm the one that's condescending? Bro, come on. Low. Don't be so low intelligence. Like, come on. You can do better than this. Now, I did ask you a question. The question was, what is the job of the vice president? You should be able to answer because it is in the United States Constitution. And you can summarize or simplify if you like.
It's the backup for the president, jelly bean head.
The backup for the president, jelly bean head. Are you stuck in middle school? Did you peak in 7th grade?
Yeah.
It's giving you peaked in 7th grade. That's giving you, that's what it's giving. It's giving that you peaked in 7th grade. You thought that you would do better in high school, but you were a failure. You never made it to college, and you haven't done anything with your life. I get it. I get it. You're upset. You are upset that you haven't accomplished anything in life.
You want me to tell you
and
what I do?
You know what? We all understand that.
No,
we all
you
understand.
Want the monologue?
I have a sympathetic and also an empathetic audience here tonight. Is there anything that we can do to help you, Lo?
I can correct you with you said I haven't done anything.
You haven't. I'm pretty sure of it.
I can correct you if you like.
Go ahead. Correct us.
Okay. I made $215,000.
Prove it. Show us your W-2 or your 1099. Show it. The invite to turn on your camera has been sent.
Okay, hold on. I'm in bed right now. Hold on. Let me get up.
Sure.
And while I'm looking for this, what have you done besides sitting on TikTok all day?
Oh, this is it. Show us.
No, don't be sarcastic.
No,
what
show us.
Done?
No, let's just show us, please.
Okay.
Mr. I made $215,000 last year. Show us. 1099 or W-2. Come on, you can do it.
Why are you hating?
We're not hating. No
Why
one's
are
hating.
You hating.
But no one is hating, dear. Just because you say it doesn't make it true. Okay?
And who are you to prove anything to?
You're the one that wanted to talk about what you've done.
Right. You said I haven't done anything with my life.
Exactly. And you're the one that wants to prove to us.
You know how to run
You're the one that wants to prove to us that you've done something.
You know how to run
Don't
cranes.
deflect now, Buttercup. Come on.
Jelly bean head. Do you know how to run cranes?
Come on, Buttercup.
You have any skill?
Hey, I'm asking nicely. You're the one that wanted to prove to us that you've done something with your life. Okay. So how about you turn your camera on? Show us. Show us what you've done with your life,
Do you have
Lo.
any skill besides using your mouth?
Come on, Lo. Show us what you've done. This is you trying to buy time.
Do you have any skill
Listen, this is what I want you to do. I want you to put in Bank of America fake statement. I promise you, you'll find something. You can even try Chase. You can try Chase too.
Talking. Do you have any skill besides using your mouth?
Nope. That's it. That's the only skill I got. Nope. Now go ahead. Start calling them pathetic. My son said, call you pathetic. You're pathetic.
Where's his dad? Yeah, mute up. Her son's clowning her right now.
If he wants to act like a pathetic person, then I have to do that. And the reason why I have to do that, no, it's not because of his political opinions.
That's crazy.
It's literally because of the simple fact he came up here because he can only hear me. He can't hear you.
Yeah, quit being disrespectful in front of your son.
He called me a jelly bean head. Did you like him calling mommy a jelly bean head? No. Exactly. Okay, there we go. Okay. You still haven't turned your
Oh
camera
my
on.
goodness.
You still haven't turned your camera on, Lo. Come on, Lo. You
I'm
still
good,
haven't turned
Jelly
your
Bean.
camera on. You still haven't
I'm
showed us
good.
that you made $215,000 a year. Yes,
I'm
all.
good.
I am raising an empathetic child who will one day be an emotionally intelligent man, a million, infinite times better than
Are
this
you
person
married?
that we have on the panel, whose
Are you
mother
married?
and father
Oh
obviously
my
failed
goodness.
him.
Shut the fuck up.
So
Are you
there's
married?
that. There is that. You come up here trying to boast about what you've done, and then when you're asked to prove it, you can't even prove it. You're a piece of shit. That's
Are
all.
you married?
And you know what? Your
Get
mom,
off, bitch. Shut
she
up.
should have swallowed. Put you in a sock, flush you down the toilet, one or the other. She should have tried something other than you coming over here. I made $215,000 last year. Sure, Jan. Sure you did. Sure you did. All right, be so fucking for real. These people are so strange. So strange. All right, guys. I know that we all know that weird, peculiar people, the oddballs, the misfits, we know that they exist, right? We do. We know that they're out there. And it's okay that they exist, but they don't have to impose that shit on us. They don't have to do that. You don't have to come over here being weird. Okay? You don't. You don't have to come over here being weird. Also, you never have to lie about your income. All right? No one cares how much money you make. So there's that. No one cares. All right, because if the first thing that you lead with is how much money you made, that lets us know that you lack personality. You lack personality. You never got the chance to develop one. And so there's that. Anywho, if you voted for Donald Trump, go ahead and get in the box. Get in the box. All right, let's go ahead and have a conversation. Let's have a conversation. And let me see here. We're going to go with Tiny Dinies tonight. There we go. Thank you so much for the heart me. All right. Now, with that being said, guys, we're at 20,000 likes, I think. Yep, 21,000 likes. There's 380 people in here. Let's go ahead and get this up to 100,000 likes. Let's do that. Also, guys, let's see here. Let's knock out the Tiny Dinies. Mr. Boom is still here. He's just going to be here, guys, until I'm ready for Boom to go. So there's that. He's going to be here until I'm ready for him to go. All right. Oh, Troy, I don't like people asking to come up. You can wait. Makes me nervous. It makes me nervous. So there's that. All right. Hi, Frankie. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And how old are you?
42.
Okay. All right. So I think that you're deplorable because you voted for Donald Trump. All right. Here's your opportunity to prove me wrong. With that being said, why did you vote for Donald Trump?
Well, I voted for him because of the policies. Like Kamala Harris didn't have no policies. I couldn't even name one.
What policies does
As a matter
Donald
of
Trump
fact,
have?
Well, it's got the no tax
No,
on
no, no, no,
tips,
no.
no tax on
No.
overtime.
Hold on one
Cutting
moment.
me
I
off
want to be
already?
clear. Yeah, I am. I want to be clear about something. I just want to be clear so we can set a baseline. When I say what policies does Donald Trump have, that means the policies that he ran on. Not something he mentioned after the fact, after becoming president-elect. So what did he run on?
He ran on that. If you look at the second debate,
No taxes
when he
on
was debating
tips
Kamala,
isn't a policy,
he
sir.
mentioned that with Kamala.
It's not a policy though. But what was the policy that he ran on?
Well,
what was the name of the policy?
I tell you what. I voted for Donald Trump because, from my experience, when he was president from 2016 to 2021, was better.
Thank you, Shauna.
Than when Biden was in office. To me, it was better. Everything just makes it. The Democrat. I used to be a Democrat.
Everyone used to be a Democrat.
Donald Trump is the only Republican I ever voted for. The Democrat Party of today is not the same like back with Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton, he was cool. But I don't know. Today is all about transgender this, transgender
Yeah.
that, abortion. How can you calling us deplorable, right? But how can you support a party that campaigns, not believes, they campaign on abortion, killing babies with a scissor? That's an abortion.
Babies with a
They
scissor.
believe in that. How
Yeah,
you
TikTok gonna get your ass for misinformation. I'm gonna need you to calm down. You don't get to come up here and say silly things like that, especially lies.
Okay, well anybody can
No one
look
is
up how abortion is done.
unaliving babies with scissors. That's not a thing that
And
happens.
well,
I'm gonna
anybody,
need you to say something
anyone-
that's actually based in actual fact, because you're sitting here saying that the Democrats ran for unaliving babies. No, the Democrats actually run on a platform of allowing women to choose what it is they want to do. That's called bodily autonomy. That's what that is called. But you yourself, you voted for a party that protects PDF files. Did you know that in Utah, they literally just changed the state law when it comes to who can actually be tried as an adult, all because one of the state legislators, a friend of the family who is 18, actually assaulted a young girl. And they changed it so that as long as you're in high school, you can't be charged as an adult. Did you know that? They're protecting people who commit sexual assault. You're okay with that. You're okay with that.
You jumped. I was saying something, but you.
I don't care what you were saying. This here magic joint. You said that the Democrats ran on a platform of unaliving babies. I told you that wasn't it. They ran on a platform of protecting women's rights to bodily autonomy. That's what they did. And you support a party that is okay with protecting PDF files and rapists.
No, what are you talking about? Like,
I just told you what I'm talking about.
You mean the party in general? Hold on. You mean to tell me that my party in general supports that? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Because some state passed a law somewhere.
John Boehner, who used to be, I believe, a former Speaker of the House, John Boehner, right? He wrote a letter for Dennis Hazard. Dennis Hazard is a former Speaker of the House during the Bush Jr. era. Dennis Hazard was actually convicted of touching little boys. That's what he did.
But that's what.
That's what he did. Those are Republicans, dear. Those are Republicans. All right.
Okay, but
those are Republicans.
I'm telling you, this is one scenario.
No, it's not. I'm not finished. Pete Hegseth, because we're not even on Donald Trump yet, but Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of Defense.
Yeah, I know who he is.
At a conference,
I know what you're gonna say too.
In Las Vegas, he literally, all right, raped a woman and then settled with her out of court and made her sign an NDA. That's what Pete Hegseth did.
Yeah, they all got Kennedy. Yeah, I know.
Kennedy, the Secretary of Health, Kennedy. He assaulted his nanny in the 80s. He did that. So there's that.
He was a Democrat in the 80s.
There's that. What is he today?
80s, right?
He's a Republican today. So there's that.
All right, but you bring it up something he did.
So he assaulted someone in the 80s. So there's that. Oh my gosh. Oh, there is the legislator out there in Nebraska who, thank God, was stopped. He was stopped, thankfully, y'all. He was about to board a plane to go to Prague to friggin' grape a teenage boy, a Republican. Do we want to talk about Grindr shutting down during the RNC last year? Because why is it whenever the GOP is around, Grindr shuts down? Why is that? Do you want to talk about it? Like you talk about all of these things that the Democrats supposedly stood for, but yet y'all protect the worst of fucking humanity. People who take away the innocence of children. Defend it. Go ahead. Be a great apologist.
They are because all right, cool. So
if you got to talk about Trump.
There's a few bad apples in every tree. Right?
Just a few bad apples in every tree.
Can I finish?
A few. No, you can't fucking finish. A few bad apples in every tree. Yes, please leave. Get the fuck on. The fuck? You're not gonna do grape apologia over here. talking about a few bad apples in every tree. Can I finish? No, you can't finish. Are these people okay? Do y'all not see what this ideology has done to you? Can y'all not see? Y'all don't see? You are sitting here. You go from lie to lie, defending rapists. The worst of us. Like, are y'all serious right now? What the fuck are we doing here? What is happening, guys? Literally, what is happening? You're going around apologizing for rapists. You're justifying grown people taking away the innocence of children. Y'all are some sick motherfuckers. Y'all are sick. Guys, tap the screen, tap the screen, share the live. Keep doing all of the good things, guys. Keep doing all of the good things. These people are absolutely unhinged. Unhinged, guys. That's all I got. Unhinged. Absolutely. Just not okay. Not okay. Anywho, guys, let's go ahead and knock out our tiny dinies. It looks like we have, if I can do my math right, 77 of those left. So I'll go ahead and pin those for you. Also, guys, we are still working towards 100,000 likes. So let's tap the screen. And we still have $150 left in our daily donation goal. Pay links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name on PayPal and Venmo. All your donations are definitely appreciated. And I thank you so much for your love, your kindness, your support, and most definitely your encouragement and your engagement. All right. Creek looks like he is loading. So I don't know if Creek is going to stay there, but let's see here. Hey, Liam.
Hello, Erica.
Hi, how are you?
Doing all right.
I'm glad to hear it. Let me tell you something.
I'm sure it's
don't
going
hate
to be
you. Right.
Sure,
I
it's going to
just
be
hate all of the
educational.
choices that you make, because those are the choices that bitch ass niggas make.
Can you stop being a child?
That's all. That's all. Anywho, if you voted for Donald Trump, get in the box. If you voted for Donald Trump, get in the box. Get in the box. Let's have a conversation. All right. Let's have a conversation. Like I tell y'all, we either going to have a civil conversation, a decent discourse, or it's up to you. Are we going to do a heated exchange? What you want to do? What you want to do? What you want to do? Want to be ballers, shot callers? Don't care. You don't care? All right. You're my biggest op anyways. You my biggest op. You my biggest op anyways. Okie dokie. Oh, how the hell did I do that? I didn't mean to do that. I want to see this person. Hold on one moment, sir.
Since you don't like Trump, I take it you're a Democrat.
I'm sorry. Can you hear me? He can't hear me, guys. It's crazy. It's crazy. Hi, always natural. Are you a Trump supporter?
No.
I didn't think so, baby. I was like, can't be. Ain't no way. Okay. All right. All right, love. Thank you so much for tapping the screen. I appreciate you.
Yes, ma'am.
Have a good night.
You too.
All right, y'all. Keep tapping that screen. I ain't kidding, y'all. Every time a Black woman comes into my request, I'm like, I look at her profile, I'm like, there's no way. There's no way. And look, there was no way. So look at God. Okay, a bunch of letters. You were saying something while I was saying something. What were you saying?
Yeah, that was my bad. I take it you're not a Trump, but I take it you're a Democrat, correct?
What gave it away?
The fact that you're black. And,
the fact that I'm Black?
Well,
did you come here to do the racism?
83% of black people.
Did you come here to do the racism?
No, actually, I came here to teach you a lesson.
You didn't come here to teach me shit, because I'm pretty sure by the way that you started off, there is nothing that you can teach me.
Vote for Democrat, how do you feel about the Democratic Party?
Nothing that you can actually teach me.
Actually, how do you feel about the Democratic Party creating slavery, and you're the one that's voting for
the Democratic Party creating slavery? Hey guys, my name is a bunch of letters, and guess what I can't do? I don't know the difference between party and ideology.
Racist. He gave
Isn't
black
that
people money
something?
and took black people
Hey guys, He came here to teach me a lesson, and he doesn't know the difference between party and ideology. Ain't that something?
The Democrats
that is
something. So much and they killed them for hundreds of years. Oh my gosh, and I'm going to vote for that.
I really want you to be smart. I really thought you was about to teach me. I thought I was about to learn something.
I'm a black person.
Look
who
at
votes for
that. I
Democrats
thought
who
I was
killed my
about to
family.
learn something.
vote
Yet
for
here we
Democrats.
are, not learning anything. Per usual, because you're a
I'm gonna vote for
mediocre
Democrats
white
because I'm black
man
and
who
they
has
kicked my
no
family's
emotional
ass, so I'm gonna
regulation.
vote for them. And you know what?
all
All the
have
people who fought to
no emotional regulation. Like literally, I don't
all the
understand what is
Republicans who
wrong
fought
with
for my
y'all.
family are so
I
bad.
need you
How dare
all
they?
to get it together and seek therapy. Seek therapy. Get some help. Hey, Miss Gina, get some help, guys. Like seriously, get some help. That was an absolute crash in, and that was so unnecessary. Get some help. Seriously. My gosh. Good grief. Anywho, fucking A, guys. What is happening? What is wrong with these people? What is wrong with them? Good God. They are not okay. They are not okay. They're not okay. They're just not. Any friggin' who. If you voted for Donald Trump, go ahead and get in the box. Get in the box, guys. Let's do that.
Did not say I was going to join, but okay. It made me join.
Oh, you did? Did you vote for Trump? No way.
I did.
You did vote for Donald Trump?
And I'm happy. Yes, I did. I did.
Sis, really? You voted for Donald
and
Trump?
let's have a real conversation.
We are going to have a real conversation. If you don't mind, could you hold on for one moment, please? I need to go get something. Hey, Mr. Boom, you still there?
I'm here.
Okay, Mr. Boom, you're my co-host. All right, entertain the crowd, but don't say nothing crazy. All right, just tell them like to tap the screen and share the live. Do like a mod announcement. Okay, Mr. Boom.
I got you.
Okay, all right. Be right back.
Now tap the screen and share the live. Put some heart to the chat.
But y'all can't be cheating now. Y'all can't be going talking to, you feel me, Congress people behind the scene and getting tips and pointers. Y'all can't be cheating. Y'all gotta be just as pure as I am.
Tap the screen. Share the live.
No cheating.
It's about to be lit. Share the live, y'all. It's going down. The big debate.
Yes, I am. I'm on live. It's about to go down.
It's going down.
I'll be having no congresswoman tap in on the low behind the scenes. No, none of that.
Tap the screen. She getting together. She putting the headphones on. Tap that screen. It's about to go down.
I know you weren't trying to talk to the guests, were you? You weren't doing that, were you?
No, I was just saying tap the screen.
Okay. Oh my God. All right. I left you in charge for like 10 seconds. Come on. He did good?
Yeah, I was saying tap the screen.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Mr. Boom.
That's something what you told me.
I appreciate you. Also, shout out to Miss Loretta for the $2. This was from earlier, and I didn't have my other phone, so I'm sorry, Miss Loretta. She was talking about the earlier guest. Marcus will not answer, but your hair is fire. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you so much. Love. All right, guys, we are $148 away from our daily donation goal. Pay links are in the bio. Everything with that is the name. All right, PayPal and Venmo is the best way to show love. So if you want to show me some love, by all means, pay links in the bio. I appreciate y'all. Okay, let's get into it. We have Lashandra. We have Lashandra here. All right, she did vote for Donald Trump. So Lashandra, I do think that you're deplorable based on your vote. Please prove me wrong. I'm begging you. And with that being said, why did you vote for Donald Trump?
Well, first of all, the deplorable word, I'm trying to get past that just because I know that you don't know any better. And
do you know what deplorable means?
Huh?
Do you know what deplorable means?
Absolutely.
Okay, please tell us, just so I can make sure that we have on the same baseline.
Disgusting.
No,
it's gross.
That's not what deplorable means.
Okay, so what does it mean?
Deplorable means deserving of condemnation, deserving of shame. That's what deplorable means. It does not mean disgusting. I think that's why you all get so offended by that word, because you don't know what it means.
Well, when you say shame, that's what it means. Basically, you can say it a different way. You're just saying it a different
Shame
way.
and disgusting are not synonymous. They're not synonymous words.
Okay, well let's stay on topic. Okay.
Okay.
So
we can still. I
and
just
I'm
want to
being
make sure. So I
respectful.
think that you're deserving of condemnation.
Well, I understand the way I understand the reason why you feel that way. I
Mhm.
was a Democrat too. I was an activist Democrat. I was in the street hard and heavy. I know a lot of activists, a lot of the people that you guys are up under and listening to, and when you guys are having me, I know all of them personally. I without going too far down a rabbit hole, I got to see a side of the Democrats. I used to work with them, and I got to see a side that nobody else got a chance to see. And to make a long story short, I thought the Democrats were these great, honest, pure people, honest people who love their community, that were just being held back by the racist Republicans who, were taking all the money and, just stealing all the resources. And anytime any
Mhm.
Black people got a certain, to a certain trajectory, they would, stop it, try their best to stop, but come to find out it's completely opposite. Everything that the Democrats say that the Republicans are doing, come to find out, it is the Democrats that are
Like
actually
what?
doing it. You name it. You guys, you're saying that the Republicans are deplorable, or
Mhm.
MAGA is deplorable, but it's actually the opposite. And I know that you guys don't know it yet, but
I
it's
want you
all
to get to
coming.
a point. I'm so sorry. It's a lot.
I'm answering your question. This is
You
what you
are. It's
asked
just
me.
taking a
You
lot.
asked me why. You asked me why I
I
voted for
did.
Trump, and I'm telling you why.
Have you
And
said a
the
point yet?
reason
You said that the Democrats, we think that it's the Republicans, but it's the Democrats. So? How is it the Democrats?
everything that the Democrats are trying to say the Republicans are, that is what the Democrats are. The Democrats,
How
all
so?
of their, huh?
How so?
Just like you're trying to say that MAGA is deplorable, the Democrats are deplorable.
Okay, so here's the
So,
thing.
okay,
All
let
right.
me.
Hey,
Wait,
hold on,
maybe
hold
she
on. Let's
doesn't
do
understand what household means.
exactly.
Can you give a specific example?
No, I was about to do something, Santana.
I'll give you Jasmine Crockett. Let's talk about Jasmine Crockett. I just did a story on her the other day. If we don't want to talk about Jasmine Crockett, we can talk about Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. I mean, we can talk about Al Green. We can talk about Maxine Waters. Let's talk about their districts. Let's talk about how they get all of this money and where the fuck is the money at. You feel me? Like, why in the fuck is all of these ghettos and hoods still existing? Why are people still poor? And why are they millionaires? Why aren't they going back and helping their communities? Why are all of these buildings abandoned in their communities?
What states are these people in? And what states?
I'm in Ohio.
You're in Ohio. Ohio's a red state, right?
It is.
Okay. All right. That means that your governor is a Republican, and like your state legislator is also Republican.
It's a mixture. It's a combination. Our county is Democrat.
But okay, your county is Democrat, but do you know who actually makes laws in your state?
I do, but let's get to the point, though.
So you do. Oh, no, we are getting to a point. So you do know who makes the laws in your state. All right, it will definitely be the state legislator along with the governor signing off on it. All right, and that's passed down to the counties and the cities, right? Okay. So why are you upset about Democrats when in the state in which you live in, the ones who aren't doing anything are the Republicans?
No, it's completely opposite. The ones
It's completely
who aren't doing
opposite?
anything, the ones who are over this district and all the hood ghetto districts.
Do they actually, the hood
Democrats.
ghetto districts is fucking wild. So let me make sure. So you're
Well,
just
it's
saying that
true.
those people who are over your district All right. They're the ones who are doing all the laws for that district. Like they write up the law, they decide on it, they pass it, they send it to the governor. They're the only ones that's voting on it. Go ahead, Santana.
Have
She
enough
doesn't make
power
any
to make
sense.
their district better.
Lashonda.
They have enough power to make
Lashonda.
their district better, yet they
Lashonda.
do not. Listen, if we're going to
Lashonda.
talk, let's be real. They
Lashonda.
You are
have
being
enough
real.
power to
You're
make
not
their
being real.
district better.
Hey,
Breathe,
Lashonda,
baby,
what's your
breathe.
district? Specifically, what's your district? I know you're still yapping, but you're muted now. So now you have to actually unmute. We had to make sure that you let other people speak. What's your district?
I'm in a 3rd district in
You're in the
Ohio.
3rd
I don't know
district?
if you're
Okay,
in
cool.
Ohio
I'm
or
gonna
not.
I'm gonna look it up. That I have the interweb.
So what are you looking for my district for?
Because you're talking about your district specifically, and you said the people that's over the ghetto hood stuff or whatever is in your district. So you live in the hood ghetto stuff, right? And so it should be the Democrats in the hood ghetto district 3rd in Ohio, right?
And they use the district to steal.
I'm just verifying that's what you're saying, right?
That's exactly what I'm
Okay,
saying.
cool. Give me a second.
I'm standing 10 toes down on that too. See what you guys don't.
Hey, what city in Ohio?
Columbus.
I just wanted to hear. So it sounds like you didn't actually vote for Donald Trump because you liked his policies or what he stands for. It sounds like you voted in protest of the Democrats.
No, I voted for Donald Trump because of his policies. I believe in America
ones?
first. I believe, I just told you, I believe in America first. I
What does that
believe that
mean?
we need to take care of American citizens first. We don't need to put illegals before us. There is too many of American citizens hurting,
Undocumented immigrants,
especially in
please.
the hoods and in the ghettos. You know how many people in the hoods and the ghettos could have benefited from new cars?
Do
you
all
know
the-
how many people in
Who
the hoods and
lives in the hoods and the
could have
ghettos?
benefited from
Who lives in the hoods and the ghettos?
Black people. What do you mean?
Who's getting
All-
new cars?
All black
The
people live in the
illegals that
hoods and
y'all
the
out here
ghettos?
protesting and helping, y'all out here advocating for illegals over your own people.
Did she say
That's
that
what
they
you're
getting new
doing.
cars?
She did. She said they're
Yeah,
getting new
they
cars.
did. Illegal people got new, and they got $5,000 benefits, and they got Social Security because they couldn't speak English. Yeah, all facts. Look
Oh
it
my
up, Google
God,
it.
girl, can you please say something factual?
All facts. Look it up. Google it.
I can hear the laughing in the back of your throat, ma'am. Like, be so fucking for real. You're
You
not
know
a
what?
serious person.
Hey, listen, bro. Listen,
You're not a
if you wanna
serious
know the
person.
truth,
Like,
either you
no,
want to know
like,
the
fuck
truth
out of
or
here,
you
man.
don't. Either
Fuck out
you
of
want
here
to
with
know.
that BS. Santana, she's not a serious person. Did you hear her laughing?
She can't be.
Like, there's no way. There's no way. Like, fuck out of here. That was stupid. I'm sorry. That was stupid. Like that's what is that? The 3rd crash in? Like, be for real. That's not a thing. Undocumented immigrants do not have access to Social Security benefits, guys. They simply don't. Okay, even though they pay taxes, a majority of them do pay taxes. They don't have access to that. Also, there's no program that is giving undocumented immigrants cars. They're not getting cars. They're also not getting $5,000. Hey, okay, then if I'm lying, Lysandra, name the program right now. Name the program in the chat. We'll wait. Name the program. We're waiting. I'm going to play the whole music while we wait. We're waiting. Looking for you, Lysandra. Name the program. Name the program. You have until this song is over. Has anyone seen the program? Nope. We didn't see the program, Lysandra. All right. The lie detector test determined that's a lie. All right. You a liar. I almost said something. I ain't gonna say that. Anywho, if you voted for Donald Trump, get in the box. Get
Also,
in the box. Yes.
I just want to call to everyone's attention. So I've been trying to find more information about the 3rd district in Columbus, Ohio, which again, vote down ballot. You took your frustrations out on local politics, out on federal politics, but it looks like as far as like Columbus, Ohio, overall, it looks like this is the 3rd best district in Ohio as far as like schools, as far as income, medium household income, population. There's multiple things. Let's see here. It actually they've grown their medium
Thank you, Smitty.
the medium property value, the household income. They decreased the poverty rate. Like, so yeah. And there's one U.S. representative, which is Joyce Betty, and there's 2 U.S. senators that cover that area, which are both Republicans. So literally, this says Congressional District 3, Ohio. It's covered by Ben Mornio and John Hurst, 2 Republicans, and then you have Joyce Betty, who's the Democrat. So I guess cry harder.
She was absolutely ridiculous. She was absolutely just ridiculous. Santana, can you do the thing? Because thank you.
Yeah. Also, it's the 5th largest congressional district in Ohio. So there's multiple factors that actually lends itself to being overall beneficial to the state. Let's see here. Guys, only request up if you are a Trump supporter. Please do not request up if you are not. Auntie, are you a Trump supporter?
Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm dropping out.
No doubt. Gotcha.
Sir, we handle people with care. We let
I
them
hear
go
you,
through
but
the
listen,
exit door and like they get like.
Sure, you were doing your parenting thing, so you let me, and so I went roll. American something. Are you America alone? Are you a Trump supporter?
Yep, sure am.
You sound super confident in that statement.
Oh yeah,
super confident.
I gotta give you props though. I've really been enjoying the conversation, and I'm actually a little nervous because you all might be the most knowledgeable, quick-witted people that I've run into so far. So I gotta be at top of my game here, I guess.
Okay, so
Stay
with that
tuned.
being said, all right. You did vote for Donald Trump, so I do think that you're deplorable based on your vote. With that being said, you have the opportunity to prove me wrong. Why did you vote for Donald Trump?
So fundamentally, I think he loves America and he loves Americans, and he's putting Americans first. The policies in particular are controlling the border, instituting protectionist economic policies.
Can you
And
be
then,
specific with that one?
let me just finish the third thing. And then
Well,
the
I
third thing.
don't want to get too far, and I have a really bad memory. I just want to know specifically what you mean when you say that, so I can fully comprehend your point.
The protectionist economic policies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that'd be the trade deals, the tariffs, bringing in capital into the United States.
Okay,
The
that makes
border
sense.
for-
Thank you.
Sure. And the third thing would be non-interventionist policies and trying to build peace around the world.
Okay.
So I don't see why that's worthy of condemnation or shame. I'd be interested to hear
The reasons that you
your
chose
line.
why they would be worthy of condemnation and shame. We can talk about the protectionist policies, which basically
Sure.
leads to isolationism.
Yeah, what's wrong
that
with
ties into the third point that he tried to make as well.
right? Yeah. So what's wrong with? I mean, my name is America Alone. What's wrong with isolationism?
Isolationism, because whether we like to admit it or not, we live in a global society, all right, and the U.S. needs its allies. So we definitely need them. If something were to happen, I know you're going to say we have the biggest military, blah blah blah. But after 9/11, when it came down to it, and we had to invoke Article 5, all right, over 100 countries came to our aid.
Well, 9/11 happened because we let unvetted Saudi Arabians into our country, who then got trained in America to fly those jets. Right?
Were they unvetted, or did they just follow the basically the immigration rules that we had in place at the time?
Well, what I mean is that whatever
weren't
the rules
unvetted.
wherever the rules might have been, they weren't good enough, right? They still came into our country and plotted, and
But they weren't unvetted. You said that they were unvetted.
not vetted well enough.
Okay. No, they were vetted well enough
Well,
based
obviously
on
not.
the
They-
rules at that time.
I mean, I mean, maybe it was following the rules.
But
What I'm
here's the
saying is
thing:
we
we're
still
not
let them
gonna
in,
we're
right?
not gonna go back and forth on whether or not the 9/11 hijackers should have been allowed into the U.S. We're not gonna go on that. The point is that the U.S. does not need to practice isolationism or protectionism. All right, because what that does is it leaves us out here on this island by ourselves, and we need protection here in the United States. So we do need our allies.
Protection from invasion.
We could be invaded. I mean, we did have World War II happen, Pearl Harbor. We had that happen before.
Well, we have a much larger. Our Navy actually controls all global shipping lanes right now. So our Navy is very powerful. So there's no one's going to be crossing an ocean.
But how, if we're practicing isolationism, then how will we have a footprint globally if we're practicing isolationism?
I would say we've got enough problems here at home. Why do we need
No.
military
Answer that.
bases across the
Answer
world?
that question.
Or
Please
go
answer
ahead,
it.
say it again.
You just here's what you just said. You just said that our Navy has control of all. What did you say it was? Make sure I heard you right.
Global shipping lanes.
Global shipping lanes is what you said. Okay, you said that
Yeah.
they have
Which is not
control of
true.
all of those. And Santana, you can step in at any time.
Mhm.
I know you're itching too. Okay.
No, I'm good.
But that's what you're saying. Okay. If we practice isolationism, all right, we won't then have that control because we won't have that footprint. We won't have those bases all around the world. We won't have that. And so
Right,
then
so-
that could lead us vulnerable and open to a domestic attack.
I disagree. I mean, it's not unreasonable what you're saying, but I think that if we pulled our forces away from being, in these hundreds of bases and we focused on protecting the homeland, it seems like the homeland would be far more protected with troops closer to America.
What threat does the U.S.
America.
currently? What threat is the U.S. currently under domestically?
Domestically? Oh my gosh.
What
We
threat?
basically are in the middle of a cold civil war. Like the redistricting in Texas, the redistricting in California, the huge polarization of politics. We have a serious cultural problem in America.
We don't have culture.
We don't have culture?
There's no such thing as American culture.
Oh, I disagree.
I hear you. There also, I just want to call to the point of reference, the Strait of Hormuz, and then also the fact that Mexico and Canada is opening up a waterway that goes completely around the U.S., removing the United States from any need for trade and shipping. And then also you can talk about the fact that if you want to protect the home front, Donald Trump literally just deployed warships to Venezuela to quote unquote battle the cartel. He's not focusing on the home front. He's pushing our Marines outward instead of actually doing so. He also, put warships closer to Russia as well. Like, so you can make that statement, but he's literally pushing the limits of the military towards other countries while at the same time specifically targeting quote unquote blue cities to leverage the military as well. Like, so none of that makes sense. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ian.
Well, the cartels.
Using the military against American citizens.
Well, the cartels is an interesting point because one, that's in our hemisphere, so at least it's a little bit.
But it's not America first.
It's not the United States.
And two, you got to ask why are we?
Wait,
going
no, don't skip past that. It's not America first.
So it's America first because the cartels are the ones sending poison into our country.
Don't say the name of any
I'm alive.
Hey,
Countless people.
America alone. Don't say the name of any of the actual D-rugs. You can say like F drug or whatever, but TikTok friendly language.
I didn't think I said.
No, I was just giving you a heads up, just in case. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, but so I mean, the cartels I can understand, right? And besides that, putting pressure on Russia to establish peace in Ukraine, okay, that's fine. I mean, we're not going to get to isolationism in 1 year.
Well, but I mean, you talk about those factors as well, but you also talk about the United States stepping in on behalf of Israel to bomb Iran. And again, you continue to look at the concerted effort of Donald Trump to vastly implement the United States into foreign countries. I mean, like it's a little bit counterproductive. Or you can even talk about the fact that he's threatening to send the United States military also into Mexico to quote unquote battle their cartel. So it's a little hard to.
Well, I mean, Trump is non-interventionist, right? And that's why part of the reason I voted for him. Now, me
Just name
personally,
multiple things.
well, I mean, so the Iran was a very limited, strike. As far as these other things, we haven't actually seen what Trump is going to do in terms of Mexico yet, or in terms of Venezuela. But typically, Trump is very surgical. Like when the battle against ISIS, eliminating ISIS took like a month. So typically, Trump was, against the Iraq War. He thought it was a disaster, a terrible mistake, like many of us do. And so I think, as an isolationist, I prefer the non-interventionist MAGA versus the very hyper-interventionist
But
far left.
Santana literally just proved that Trump is not a non-interventionist. Donald Trump, even so, has taken credit for ending conflicts and wars that we actually had no part in. It seems that he's actually itching to get involved in some type of conflict. But then there's, go ahead, Santana.
No. Go ahead and finish your point.
No, I'm going to bring up another point, so you can go ahead.
Well, were you saying?
I was just gonna say the thing that to Erica's point, right? I mean, all those things that were named were literally Donald Trump taking those actions upon himself. You can't even say, what about Biden? Like literally, these were decisions that were made on his own. Speaking directly to your, in contradiction to your point of him being, whatever. I don't know.
Well, I mean, non-interventionist refers to military. So when he helps establish peace between Rwanda and Congo, that is non-interventionist in the sense that we didn't bomb anyone. We didn't send any soldiers. We
What
didn't
about
do
the
anything.
4 things that I named?
What other 4 things?
The
Venezuela,
him sending warships
Mexico.
to Venezuela, him
Well,
sending warships closer to Russia, him actually bombing Iran, him threatening to send troops into Mexico.
Right. So that's like the big stick diplomacy where, we make threats and we show that, hey, we're ready to do something. But then, ironically, peace through strength, it ends up, bringing people to the table and showing them, that, hey, like America doesn't want to go to war. Right.
I can give you that point on 3 of them, but he literally dropped
peace.
a bomb in Iran. That's not true. Like they literally dropped bombs in Iran. So you
3 of
again, I'll grant you that premise if you want to take that on those 3.
Well, that's fairly limited, right? I mean, everyone was worried about, us, getting attacked across the Middle East, by provoking Iran, but Trump played it well. Trump was able to do what needed to be done, in terms of removing a nuclear threat. And then, what happened after that? What happened after that?
That's not true, though.
What happened after that? Iran
You're
and
saying
Israel
false statements.
stop,
Please say the
shooting
truth.
missiles at one another.
Hey, listen, America, you gotta say the truth. All right. He
Where did I
only
say that
stopped
wasn't
there.
true?
Hey, he only knocked it back a few months. He did not obliterate it. He did not destroy it. They still have a program. They still have a nuclear program in Iran. So
Yeah, I mean,
Donald, it wasn't successful. So
Also, and to that point, I mean, if you talk about the actual
liberal,
intervention overall, yes, the United States only dropped the bombs in Iran, but you can also talk about the amount of equipment that was lended to Israel and the additional airstrikes that were put in place, drone strikes that were put in place to actually protect the Iron Dome, because Iran was so effective as far as striking Tel Aviv. So the United States had to take an actual defensive posture and help support airstrikes that was coming in Israel. So yes, we can talk about the one proactive thing that we did, but that's because all of the defensive things that we did, they were taking a toll on our military.
Exactly.
Well, I don't think anyone can dispute that Trump was against the Iraq War. He thought it was a terrible mistake, right? And then once he got into power, he didn't start any new wars. No new wars were started under Trump.
Turkish
War. And now he's starting.
Kurdish war.
No, new American wars. And now he's helping establish.
What was the last president to start an American war then?
Yeah, tell us.
Well, that would have been Bush, I suppose, right? With
Exactly.
Afghanistan and.
So why make that point?
Well, he's different than Bush, is my point, right?
No, that's just silly.
You don't think
no. Your point. That's not your point, is what I'm saying. That's not your point.
Also,
Well, my point is that
Silly.
Trump isn't starting wars and
wait,
is
but
taking great.
I mean, even if we grant you the premise,
to
then
avoid
shouldn't that be
starting
the
wars.
standard? Like, shouldn't that be the standard? Because if you said the last president to quote unquote start an American war was Bush, then that should be the standard because of all the other presidents that have come after Bush.
Exactly.
And also, I mean, you can even grant Bush that it was quote unquote reactionary, whether you feel like what actually happened was or was not. I mean, technically, the United States was struck first, whether you agree with it or not. But even if you
Not
grant
by
that
Iraq.
premise, yeah, I mean, I get you. I'm not going to push back on you on that at all, but I'm just saying, shouldn't that be the standard? Because ever since Bush, there's been a propensity to quote unquote have no new wars under United States president.
Well, I mean, so it's not enough to not start wars. What I love about Trump is that he is actively seeking to stop wars. Now, whether or not the Ukraine-Russian conflict is
He
going to
does
end,
a really
we'll
bad
see.
job at it, though.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
No,
So
he
far,
does.
he's
You
done pretty
mentioned
well.
Rwanda and Congo. I think I might be losing my voice in real time. Hold on one moment.
Yeah, you need to get like some lemon and some water. Yeah, is it warm?
Sort of, kind of. I'll warm it up in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. So with Rwanda and Congo, all right, what they did, they signed a peace agreement. Yes, they did in Washington, but it did not hold. It didn't hold. Within a week of them actually signing that so-called peace agreement that Donald Trump supposedly brokered, all right, the rebel group M23, they actually unalived 140 civilians. So I'm like, where is the peace agreement? Where is something that Donald Trump has actually done that has taken hold and worked? Where's something that he negotiated?
Would you rather there not have been a peace treaty signed?
I would rather it actually stop. I would want the unalivings to actually stop.
Well, you know, things
So
don't
if
happen
there is a
overnight.
peace agreement that does occur, then it would be both parties agreeing to actually stop the war.
You should go ahead and
Well, it
I'm
sounds.
gonna go do it. All right, thank you,
It sounds
Santana.
like it sounds like they have agreed, and yeah, I mean, you know, some rebel group doing something terrible.
I think
that's
her premise
unfortunate,
more
but
so
that doesn't
speaks to the
doesn't
fact
mean
that Donald Trump doesn't have any follow through on the actual agreements that he put in place. Even if you talk about like his premise of peace, right? I mean, you can be super specific and say, I can grant you the premise, even though I don't agree with Donald Trump meeting with Putin in the United States. I can agree that actually seeking to quote unquote solve this conflict is a good thing. But you see the lack of either respect or the lack of follow through that these authoritarians, these dictators have for Donald Trump when he can go and sit down and have these meetings with Putin. And then less than 24 hours later, they continue to actually bomb and strike those different areas. So like, I think that it's a lack of understanding, what he actually does. Is it just performative, which we can definitely understand that Donald Trump is very performative, or if there's any type of credence behind the things that he does?
Well, it can be both, but so it can be performative as well as he really genuinely wants to see peace in the world. And who wouldn't want to see peace in the world? And I guess my point is that, the prompt is you're deplorable, which, she defined as worthy of condemnation or worthy of shame, right? And, Trump going out and trying, at least, even if it's somewhat performative, trying to establish peace. And, Zelensky and Putin are going to meet soon.
They're not.
That is not worthy.
They're not. Putin has
That's
already
not
gone
worthy
on
of
record.
shame.
Putin has already gone on record and said that he has no intentions on meeting with Zelensky anytime soon.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
No,
but
literally, he said that
is,
even if you think like this is the problem I have with that, right? Donald Trump somehow quote unquote scheduled this meeting with Putin, which was supposed to be like a long thing. Putin showed up. It was a actual quote unquote performative thing from him because they were supposed to have like a 2-hour working session that got scrapped. They were supposed to have an hour lunch that got scrapped. They were supposed to do a Q&A session with reporters for an hour. It was only 10 minutes. Literally, Putin showed up, got his picture, told Donald Trump that he wanted the eastern parts of the Donbass and he wanted Ukraine to surrender, and then he left. And so for any type of thoughts that Donald Trump is going to be able to negotiate a meeting with Putin and Zelensky, I think that's a fallacy, because even more so now, Donald Trump is talking about the possibilities of putting quote unquote boots on the ground in Ukraine. So how do you feel about that? being someone who is, you know, an isolationist, Donald Trump is posturing as if he is prepared to put American troops in Ukraine.
Well, my understanding of seeing Trump speak and seeing J.D. Vance speak is that there's absolutely no possibility of U.S. boots on the ground. Now, if that happens, you'll see MAGA revolt, right? That's one of MAGA's core
revolt after
principles.
the Epstein file? You won't. I'm sorry.
Well,
You didn't
but
revolt after the Epstein files. You didn't revolt after
You're
Donald Trump.
really pivoting hard here.
No. What I'm trying to say is
Ukraine.
that statement is nonsensical because MAGA doesn't have a revolt in them. They may have displeasure.
There's no limit.
No,
exactly.
that is one of our red lines, though.
I thought the Epstein files was the red line.
Speaking as someone who I would describe myself
Wait
as
a minute.
ultra MAGA.
Hold on. Santana's right. We thought that protecting children, so him not releasing the Epstein files, was the red line.
No, so
But
that's
y'all
a
have now moved that line.
That's quite a pivot, but in terms of
No. I mean, but that's what it.
When I came up here, I said there were three important things to me about.
Hold on,
about
it solidifies our
One
point
of
though
them
because
was non-interventionism.
Thank you,
It
Adrian.
You notice that my
solidified our
three
point
points didn't
because
include anything
literally
about
Trump
Jeffrey.
supporters have been saying over and over and over that they wanted the Epstein files released. Donald Trump championed that effort, and multiple Trump supporters, after Donald Trump started to say, "Oh well, we don't need to release the files," multiple Trump supporters, high-profile Trump supporters, went on the record saying, "No, release the file." And then immediately they did an about face, and you have people like Charlie Kirk now out championing the fact that there's no need to release the file, and even using like, "Oh, if you guys prosecute Trump, then we're going to prosecute Clinton," and we're like, "Yeah, get them all,
get them."
Look,
Exactly.
I would challenge you to find any Trump rally during the campaign where he mentioned Jeffrey. Okay, when I came up here, I said there were three things: the border, protectionist policies, and non-interventionism. Those are the red lines for MAGA. The Jeffrey stuff, you could talk about that.
Are you a
all you want.
spokesperson for MAGA? Like that's your job?
Well, I mean, you can say that I'm
That's your
not
official
part of
title?
MAGA. You can say I'm not part of MAGA, but I'm telling
How do you know
as
what the red
someone
line for
who
MAGA
is,
is then? If that's you're not that person.
you can question how in touch I am with MAGA, but I think I'm more in touch with MAGA than you all.
Here's the thing, though. It's like I remember specifically that Donald Trump was so upset that MAGA was demanding the release of the Epstein files that he called them weaklings and stupid for demanding it. So it seems that at that time, it was a red line for you all.
Now there's like a 10% minority of MAGA that's drill into conspiracy theories. So yeah, I mean, you had some voices.
Care if Donald Trump is on the list?
You're all pivoting. I want to
asking you a question
about war, which was
I understand you want to finish the point about war, but I'm asking you a question right now.
You asked to prove you wrong about deplorability.
No.
And
I think that's a fair question.
And I think that you agreed with me that Trump is generally trying to create peace around the world, and that
do not
is
agree
not
with you
worthy
on that
of shame
at all.
Not worthy of condemnation.
I
It's worthy
don't
of
agree
praise.
with you that Donald Trump is trying to create peace around the world when he actively has removed aid from those same countries that he's trying to broker peace in. He's actively removed aid that was helping women and children, also men in that country. So no, I don't think he's trying to broker peace.
Do we really
I
want
think
to go
he's
down
trying
the
to
list
cause
of
discourse.
USAID funds? Like Sesame Street and
I'm
that.
literally hoping that you don't believe those lies, because you came up here and you presented yourself as I'm going to say a capable and intelligent person. That's how you presented yourself.
Well,
but if you believe those lies, I'm going to start thinking differently.
Well, I believe when Marco Rubio goes through a list of things, because he's in charge of USAID right now, right? Or maybe they've shut it down or renamed it. I forget. But he, Marco Rubio can be trusted. Maybe you don't think Trump can be trusted, but do you think Rubio can be trusted?
No, I don't think any of them can be trusted. So
okay,
there's
then it's hard.
Go ahead, Santana.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I don't either, but I just want to call out the fact that on September the 5th, 2024, Donald Trump did a town hall with what's this fucking guy's name? What's his name? Not Tucker Carlson, the other one.
Not Tucker Carlson.
Sean Hannity.
Okay.
Sean Hannity. He did a town hall with Sean Hannity, and he promised not only to release again town hall in front of MAGA, so you can say oh, it's not a rally, but it's definitely a town hall where he promised to release the information about UFOs, JFK, and the Epstein files list if he was elected. This was on September the 5th, 2024. So yeah, he literally ran on that. But I want to just make sure you understand the reason why we're saying this is not because we're trying to pivot or trying to take you off your point as far as Donald Trump and what he's doing. We're trying to make the point that MAGA specifically literally said that the line was the Epstein file, and you guys jumped up and down and screamed and even came up on panels and said, we agree with you, release the files, like you guys said that. And you all said that, oh, if he doesn't release these files, then we're no longer going to support him. And now no one's saying anything about it anymore because Trump said that if you don't stop talking about it, then you're no longer a part of MAGA. The point is you guys don't have an actual line. That's not true.
So it's interesting that you quoted this about JFK files, UFOs, and Epstein. What do those three all have in common? They're all conspiracy theories. So
what does
yes,
that
there,
have to do
there,
with
there,
Donald Trump?
there is
You
10%.
literally said fine you one. You said
there is-
fine
there
you
is-
one time that Donald Trump said that he was running on. You said
Oh, I
fine
said
you
at a
one
rally.
thing.
I said at a rally.
Well,
This
okay,
was
and so
from-
again, I said if the only thing that you're gonna say is this is literally a town hall in front of people. So if you want to be like hyper
He's
specific
trying to
and
do an
say,
appeal to an absolute.
yeah, if you
Because
want
it
to say
has
this
to
is
be a rally or it didn't happen.
Well,
exactly,
what
if
I'm
you want to
saying
say
is
this is
that
a stadium and not an arena, yeah, it's still the same thing.
What
Like, it
I'm
holds
saying is
people.
that Trump was given a
But
question about various conspiracy theories.
Hold on one moment.
And he
Excuse
gave
me.
that 10%
Excuse
of
me. The
MAGA
host
some
is
red meat.
speaking. The host is
Go.
speaking, and
All
as
right.
you already can tell, I can't yell. So please stop. All right. With that being said, here's the thing. You said that JFK is a conspiracy. Was JFK assassinated?
The idea that it wasn't Oswald is
Was
a conspiracy
he
theory.
okay? But that's not what's included in the files. All right,
Well,
so you can't call it a conspiracy theory. Also,
So you don't believe it was Oswald?
many national, many countries, their intelligence agencies have actually come out and said that UFOs do exist. Now, did they say what kind? No. But to call it a conspiracy theory to try to invalidate it, I think that that isn't genuine of you. It's pretty disingenuous, and I don't think you should be doing that, America.
No, I'm being very
no
genuine.
Pangea.
I'm being very genuine when I say that
Pangea.
if you don't believe Oswald was the sole shooter, that's conspiracy theories. If you think that we're being visited by aliens and people are keeping it a secret, the government's keeping it a secret.
Wait,
that's
hey,
a
America
conspiracy
alone.
theory.
Wait,
If
you
think
don't
that-
believe?
What's that?
You don't believe?
I mean, it'd be cool. It'd be cool if there were UFOs. I mean, I would love that. Who wouldn't be excited about that? But no, I think that common sense says that this is all conjecture and conspiracy mongering.
Wait, so you happen to think that the universe is infinitely expanding? You think that all life happens to be exactly where you live?
Well, you heard the Fermi paradox?
No, enlighten me.
The firmament? No.
No, the
How-
Fermi
Oh, okay.
paradox. This is the idea that if statistically, given how many galaxies and how many stars there are in each galaxy, statistically there should be life everywhere, especially on the time scales that we're dealing with. When we're talking about, billions of years time scale, aliens should have already colonized everywhere in our galaxy. So the big question is, why don't we see them?
Because
Yeah.
the Earth is a backwater trash hole that can't stop bombing themselves and fucked up the ozone layer and keeps polluting the waters that they need.
That's one theory. The other theory is that they're just not there, and like life is really rare.
America alone, are you religious? Do you believe in God?
I'm not Christian, but I do believe in God. Yeah.
Okay, so you believe in God, but you don't believe in aliens.
No, I've seen no evidence that suggests that there's aliens.
Okay, so
In
then
fact,
why
we
do you
have the
believe in
opposite.
God?
Well, God is a mystery beyond all comprehension.
But why do you
Okay,
believe in
why-
God?
Yeah. Why do you believe?
Well,
You haven't
faith,
seen God.
Faith is a choice, right?
All right,
So
but did you
I
put?
choose to
Do
believe.
you think? Wait, so do you think God created everything?
Yeah. hmm
You think God created the dinosaurs?
Well, I believe in providence, which is like the sort of invisible hand guiding, the destiny of the universe.
Right,
So-
but I mean, God had to actually initiate and like make the dinosaurs, right?
No, I'm saying it's a little bit more nuanced. It's more like God created the conditions that would have the result that He intended.
All right, so
but not that he's doing like
God put the ingredients together for
Yeah.
dinosaurs. Okay, so if God created the earth, and then He created dinosaurs, whether directly or indirectly. And you believe in God, and I'm assuming that you think like God is all knowing and perfect, right?
I think He's beyond our comprehension. We're
Okay,
we're like
cool.
ants trying to figure out what a human's doing.
Aliens be bad.
Sure. Yeah. Hold on. E, don't jump
Okay.
ahead.
Okay.
So if God created the earth and then created dinosaurs, and then He was like, "This shit is boring," right? And then He decided that He don't want dinosaurs anymore. He gonna make humans. Like He's just gonna make a bunch of blinds, and they're nothing like dinosaurs, like 30 feet tall, and most men aren't even 6 feet tall unless they're on Tinder. So, like, what was the reason behind that?
Dude, I have no clue. I would say that maybe in general, I do think humans have a special place in God's creation, considering we're conscious and we can think about God and understand that it's a mystery beyond comprehension. Even if we can't understand God, we can still recognize that God's
Wait, so what about Pangea? Do you know about Pangea?
the single continent.
Mm-hmm.
This bitch don't
know about Pangea.
Yeah, the one landmass, right?
Never mind.
Before the continent.
Don't fucking get out cracking up. Stop. I want you to stop, Santana. I want you to
But
stop.
tell me I didn't turn that whole thing into a fucking
You did.
debate.
Oh
The
my
whole
God.
thing ran that fucking
Literally,
Lil Dicky debate.
Like, you just turn a fucking Lil Dicky song into a whole ass debate.
whole
and you just follow that
song?
shit.
Oh, that's funny.
Fucking
So you trolled the
hilarious.
shit out of
If
me.
anyone is interested in that
Oh.
song, it's called Pillow Talk by Lil Dicky.
It's a great
my
song,
God.
guys. It's a
It is.
fantastic song.
But I mean, the premise still stands. Like the things that you're saying is like it doesn't make sense. But anyway, I digress. Donald Trump did absolutely say that he was going to release the information on UFOs, JFK, and also the Epstein file
And
list.
MLK.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm willing to forgive Trump for giving a little red meat to the conspiracy theorists. But ultimately, there's nothing in the Epstein files. If there was, people would have been convicted under the Biden administration. It's too long ago. They don't have enough evidence to convict anyone. And that's why Trump was like, hey, like, just stop talking about it.
Well,
Because
yeah,
there's
I mean, that
there's
is
nothing
apples
there.
to oranges.
So,
They're both fruit.
No, you can't really compare them.
well, hey, you all have been great. I hope I've made my point that I think that what
No,
Trump's
we
trying
didn't
to
talk
do.
about the economic protectionism, though.
Okay, if you want to keep going, sure, I'm good.
I'm
I
much
fucking
more
know.
interested in the first one that he made because that's completely wrong, but you can have the economic tea.
Oh, well, simply the economics doesn't work. Again, global society, we need to have free trade. So there's that. That's my argument. That's the end of it. Go with the first one. I want to see this worked out because as you can see, I'm losing my voice in real time.
That's
I
why
didn't
I'm
start
glad
off this
Liv
way.
just came up because I need to step away for half a second. So
Okay.
Liv, are you there?
Because Liv always coming up and then he
Exactly,
don't
and
even
just
be
like
there.
leave.
This is my hangout time, but I'm engaged. I'll end up. I'm here.
Okay, Liv.
Liv.
Yo.
This bitch don't know about Pangea.
What are you talking about?
Do you fuck with the
listen
war?
to the song when you get off live.
This
Liv, can you
Pangea
talk
something
to him
else?
for a minute?
I got y'all. What's up, man? What's up, America? Hey,
Hey,
Erica.
I'm
Hi,
really
Liv.
appreciating this conversation. It's much more measured and intellectual than most of the lives I'm on. So
Okay. So repeat your 2 points that we haven't talked about yet. The first point, because Santana said he wanted to talk about that one, which
Yeah,
I
so-
don't mind because, again, I'm losing my voice in real time. It's fucking crazy.
the first
Right.
two were controlling illegal immigration, securing the border, and then the second is protectionist policies, particularly tariffs and trade deals.
Controlling illegal immigration, Liv.
To what end?
To what end is America needs a breather right now. In the past, America has done this where we've taken a breather from immigration to kind of collect ourselves, remember that we're Americans, we're all in this together, and kind of let that melting pot work itself a little bit. And we're in that state right now. We need a breather from non-Americans, kind of being injected into what right now is a pretty precarious political situation that we're in.
that's actually true. We saw it in the 1920s with the Mexican Repatriation Act.
Mm-hmm.
Where, like, what is it? 2 million Americans, well, 2 million people were deported. A few
Yeah.
100,000 American citizens were caught up in that as well.
Yep, and deported to Mexico.
It just doesn't really, and it was specifically, the interesting part about it is at the same time where they were importing a bunch of white people from Europe. And so, I don't know, my spider senses are tingling. When you say American, what do you mean? Also, when you say we are all in this together, what do you mean?
American citizens, regardless of ethnicity or heritage or anything like that.
Well, that wouldn't be true. Because the only true American citizens are white.
Are you trolling me?
No. It was written into the Constitution. And it's interesting to me, right, that there's a large amount of crime that comes out of Eastern Europe that are heavily, predominantly white or European countries.
You just
Right.
went straight to implying that I'm a racist. Now the other two people in this panel
No,
were
I'm not
very
implying that
reasonable,
at all.
but you jumped
I'm not
straight to that, man.
I'm not implying that at all. What I'm pointing out is that Donald Trump and his policies, I'm not even making this about you, bro. Could have just listened. Jesus Christ. Okay. Anyway, that was weird. Listen, Donald Trump and his policies don't seem to be targeting places like the Balkans, where we know there's a large sex trafficking ring happening that is here in the United States that finds its origins there. He's not stopping or have any policy, practice, procedures specifically targeting these predominantly white countries, but it seems that he's importing white South Africans and deporting brown and black people. Now, look, very similar to what you said, and this is why I agree with you. We saw the same phenomenon. America take the same breather during the Mexican Repatriation Act. And I'm just pointing out that when this country has done that, they didn't mean white people.
Well, I think that we should pause all immigration, regardless if it's from South Africa or Mexico or wherever. And I do know that in the past, like earlier than the what you're talking about, like in the 1800s, people were all up in arms about the Irish masses coming over, right? Nativists versus the white immigrants. So I don't think it's always been about race.
Well, they weren't considered white, right? Irish and Italian people during that time weren't considered white. What I'm specifically talking about, though, is the 1920s and 30s, with the importation of white Europeans and the deportation of brown people, specifically, weirdly enough, Mexico. Like, they just assumed all brown people should go back to Mexico. That was weird.
Well, right now, what we're focusing on is like you hear the stories about the ICE waiting outside of courtrooms, right? We really are focusing on people who commit crimes who are here illegally. Everyone else, that's a bit trickier.
We'll be back, guys.
Like 92% of people, 92% of people in ICE custody right now haven't committed any crime in practice. Well, no, I think it's 80% haven't committed any crime, and somewhere around 90% haven't committed any violent crimes.
Well, I've seen different statistics from DHS.
Sure, can you show me though?
Well, from DHS, I looked it up because I was interested. Yeah, what
would you
percentage?
Would you mind giving us those stats where you got them from?
This was like a few months ago, but I believe it was somewhere between 60 to 70% had been either accused of a crime or had been convicted of a crime or
That's
had
not
been
true.
given
You got it
deportation
backwards.
orders.
You have it backwards, love. Based on specifically in regards to the 224 men that were actually sent down to CCOT, the Venezuelan men who were sent down to CCOT, over 70% of them had no criminal record, neither here in the United States nor back home in Venezuela. So they didn't have any criminal records. Also, currently of those being detained at Alligator Alcatraz, over 60% of those men have absolutely no criminal record here in the States nor back in their home countries. So there's that. So he's not detaining people, the violent criminals that he lied to you all and said that he was. That's not what he's doing.
Well, some of them were detained and they were actually sent to Gitmo, Guantanamo Bay.
Well,
I saw them with my own eyes.
Well, I would question the statistics, but then again, I'd have to do some research and
But also, Gray, didn't Donald Trump say that he was going to start using Gitmo to house undocumented migrants?
Yeah, and it was an ill will statement
Okay.
because he didn't understand
Great.
the real estate situation. You can't add 20,000 beds because there's not enough real estate for that in Gitmo. It's
Hey,
only
great.
14 miles long.
Hey, great. Listen, I let you up on the panel because I know you. I know you, and I know that you're a Trump supporter. I'm actively losing my voice in real time, so please, we can't do the over talking, okay?
Oh yeah, I was adding on to what Liv was saying.
Just saying, come on, great. All right. I think Liv, you were saying something. Then we take it back to America, and then we can take it to great.
Well, yeah. I
Just
mean,
go
for
in a
me,
circle.
yeah, I just for me, it this doesn't make any sense because like right now we're quite literally capitalism is steered its way, starting in the '80s to a globalist economy,
Mm-hmm.
outsourcing labor to other countries, building bridges with other countries that the United States would have never even partnered in. This is the other side of like the Reagan administration. One could argue the silver lining, if you will, right? That we have countries talking across this world, and there's nothing that you can do to put that dragon back into its cave. That technology, information, goods and services, businesses, and governments are going to cross state lines. Now, even if you stop the people, you're not going to stop that, right? So it's still going to infect, and it's going to have an impact on ideology, on cultural identity, on what it is to be an American as a whole. So to try to just target one specific group of people because you feel America needs a breather doesn't make sense. And then the other part of that is that our country is dependent upon our GDP.
Yeah.
And if you deport migrants, you increase American spending, you decrease American revenue, and you cannot have a successful economy, a strong economy, when you spend more money than you take in. It makes no sense.
Because where is America actually going to make up that money? Like, where are we going to get that money from that we are losing with deporting undocumented immigrants and migrants?
Sorry, was someone else supposed to go?
No,
Before me?
you can answer America. America.
So, the economic argument you're making is reasonable. I would just counter with there's an element of justice here, and an element of our culture. Now, you said that even if we deport these people who are here illegally, our culture still will be connected to the rest of the world, and therefore we won't get that breather. I disagree. I think that if we can recenter America's focus on America, as opposed to even Ukraine, Russia, or the Middle East, or whatever. Like, we spend so much money and so much attention on the rest of the world. And the border is just one part, of this 3-point plan, right? We close the border, we get rid of the worst of the illegals, and we institute protectionist policies. All these things together, I think, will refocus, our attention where it needs to be. And the fact that we're even talking about it right now, I think, shows that it's, successful.
Thanks, Bill. No. I'm being serious. No. We're actively having gaps being left in our agricultural industry, also in local businesses, because those who own small businesses have been deported even after being here for, let's say, 30 years. So that's happening. So there are gaps that are being created in our economy that maybe we haven't seen the effects of just yet, but we will soon see. And so I think that, like, who are we going to put in place to actually work these jobs? And I don't want to reduce undocumented immigrants and migrants just to those types of jobs, because that's not all that they do. Again, we have many small businesses, even here in Arizona, and I know some back home in Virginia, that are now left empty and not fulfilling a need in their communities because their owners have been deported. So, realistically speaking, right, we don't have the labor force here in the United States to actually fill those jobs. Unlike what Donald Trump says, people in the inner city, all right, I agree with him. People in the inner city, that was his code word for Black. We're not going to work those jobs. We're not going to do it. So, like, America, I want you to give like a substantive, I can't say the word right now. I'm so sorry, guys. But please give us an answer that would actually make sense. That's not just based in the I support Donald Trump rhetoric.
Well, before he speaks, can I talk on what he just said, what he just mentioned?
Sure.
So, America, I agree with you on a couple of things, but I don't align my beliefs with the idea that we should not be sending money and aid to Ukraine. America has to
I didn't
stand
hear
on
that. Sorry.
America has to stand on business. Yes, it's America first, but it is America first because we support other countries that we have trade with, that we do different things with as far as supporting Americans' interests, right? The Red Sea, our trade routes there. We have a lot of, there's a lot of potential mining of essential resources that Ukraine has. And we don't want Russia to have those resources. So we'd rather strike a deal with them. And I mean, I think that that's what's happening right now. So America first doesn't just mean that we all just buckle down and sit in America in our lonely island here and don't have anything to do with the rest of the world. We have important trades with China, and we still operate business with Russia. We just have strict, sanctions on them. I mean, so
And
yeah, I think
that's another point too. You mentioned China. I wanted to mention them earlier when we were talking about America first. Time out, guys. What we're not going to do here is we're not going to allow grade to ever have more coins on this panel than live. I just want to say that, guys. I had to put my mom voice on for just a moment. We're not going to allow grade of all people to have more coins than live. I think that is absolutely outrageous, guys. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing here?
They love me.
No, they don't, grade.
They love me.
Don't flatter yourself. All right. Anywho, China. So yeah, America. Like, Grade makes a point there when he mentions China. Here's the thing. So like, if the way that you presented isolationism and protectionism for the United States is that we're here, we don't get involved anywhere else. But what that allows for is that allows for countries like China to take our place. That allows for China to step in and start giving that humanitarian aid, using that soft power. It allows them to do that. It allows China to actually build those relationships with who was once our allies. Do we want China to have that kind of power?
Well, I mean, that's a good question. So being isolationist doesn't mean that we just cover our eyes and hope that everything turns out well. So
But that was the part that you
No.
said that you implied that earlier.
Well, yeah, I know, but I mean, it's a tough question. I don't know. Part of me thinks that the world's just going to go to hell again as soon as America stops policing the world. Right? There's going to be another war. Things are just going to go to hell. But another part of me thinks, okay, well, how does that affect us? So I get the geopolitical kind of arguments, and certainly there's certain, like China processes, the rare earth materials. We actually have plenty of rare earth, but we just don't process them like China does, at least from my understanding. So, I mean, like, we can't just eliminate trade like overnight, but you see things where we're moving chip manufacturing back to the US. We're starting to open up more natural resources. We're starting to get to the point where we can be less dependent on the rest of the world so that we don't have to get involved when the world goes to hell again. Because they can't stop themselves from starting wars. So
Wouldn't you though argue that we don't have the natural resources to sustain our society, and that that it is in trade that is actually the reason that why these existed so long? Like, for example, lithium, cobalt, coltan. These things aren't even naturally occurring in the United States within our territory, and so we need places like, I believe, Mexico, Venezuela. Mexico and Venezuela just found a large deposit of lithium. I can't remember which one, but like, we need these relations in order to produce the goods that our society, again, a consumer nation, needs. Oh, is that the
I don't
nine
know.
tail?
I
How
don't.
would you get a nine tail?
Yay. Hey, I'm a
That's a
Pokemon. Who
That's the
said that?
Naruto joint.
Thank you, Blue Canary. I thank you so much. Draw some hearts in the
Where
chat for
is
Blue
that?
Canary. And also draw some hearts in the chat for Adrian for knocking out all of those caps earlier. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. I was a Pokemon. I love that thing. Thank you. Go ahead.
But yeah, we just don't have the natural resources here to support our populace. And then even if we go to the argument and say we can start cultivating new resources and mining in different places in the United States, those resources are finite, and we're going to destabilize future generations in this country. I don't think either is a good option.
Exactly.
I didn't quite catch the last part, but yeah,
You kind of muffled, Liv.
if we lack some sort of
Even a second.
Okay.
if we lack some sort of natural resource like lithium, right? I just have faith in America that we can find a way, and that the trade-off, between being the world's policeman, basically, keeping the global world order.
I promise that I'm not. I promise that I'm not being rude, and I don't want to be dismissive, but I know it's going to come across this way. But, bruh, we can't afford to just keep hope alive.
Can I make a correction and a fact check, please? I
Sure,
think I
Brady.
talked about this the other day about lithium. The United States is expected to produce around 66 tons of lithium annually, around beginning in 2026 through 2027. And you being in Arizona, Nevada's kind of close. It's called the Thacker Pass. I think we talked about this the other day. California is producing lithium. Arkansas and Texas has the formation to produce lithium.
Yeah, my understanding is that it's not so much a
One second.
resource issue
One
as much as
second.
a processing
One second. It's the processing, absolutely, and the toxins that it does. But even if we do that, again, it goes to destabilizing future generations, and lithium is a finite resource within the United States.
That's false. And I'll tell you why. We are a consumer nation. You are 100% correct. But we're also in the works of making America great again. And the way that we do that is by starting to create these jobs to be self-sufficient and self-sustainable with the CHIPS Acts and things like that we're trying to renegotiate with the EU, the EU deal that Hillary Clinton just thanked Donald Trump. Literally 2 days ago on national television, saying that the EU deal was a great success for the United States, and that she actually said that she would actually endorse and write up the Nobel Peace Prize for Donald Trump herself. Now, we know what Hillary and Bill are going through right now, and it's tragic. But I say that to say this. She was the face of the Democratic Party, and she said when he was almost assassinated that this was his fault, and hate Donald Trump, not me. He's the bad guy, not me. Now she's turning around and saying he's doing a good job. I mean, come on, guys.
I should point out also that Trump isn't an isolationist. I mean, maybe I am. The reason I like him is because he's a non-interventionist, and because his trade policies are American first. So I don't want to claim that Trump.
Though.
I don't want to claim.
Thank
that
you all
Trump
for all the
believes
gifts. I really love you all. Thank you so much.
I chuckle.
And
I
I
gotta
run, but thanks for having me up. I really
yeah, sure. All right. Of course. Have a great day.
You too.
I'm sorry. I chuckled just a little bit when you say that Trump is a non-interventionist, because he has been sticking his little head in every single thing that's going around this world. He has. And it just so
Would you mind
happens.
fixing the box?
I am. I'm gonna change it back to the thing, to how I actually like the layout. Like this. There we go. Is that cool, Liv?
Yeah, I just know you don't like the other body.
Yeah. So I just think that that's funny, and like he inserted himself in the darn going 12 days war.
He did.
Yeah, he did. He inserted himself in there by opening his big mouth, and then when BB decided to be froggy and leap, that's when BB called Trump and was like, "Help! We need help," because they weren't expecting Iran to actually come back, and be with the shits. Speaking as plainly as possible, they weren't expecting Iran to be with the shits, and then they found out that they were, and that they needed help. And guess who intervened? The U.S. Donald Trump. Do you think that Trump is a non-interventionist grade?
No, I don't think that. And the
Okay.
reality is that he knows that we have to rely on everyone else That is the reason why he's trying to broker these deals. It's common sense.
So why then does he lie to you all and say things like America first?
Well,
but he never tells you what America first means, because you and America only, I think his name was, or America alone, I can't remember. You both had different ideas of your interpretations of Donald Trump's interpretation of America first.
Well, you have to think outside the scope. See, an individual who doesn't really understand economics, they don't understand world trade, they don't understand war, they don't understand actual basic politics. And I'm not saying that that's not what American understands. But what I am saying is that going into the role of the president requires someone to actually operate on all levels. They can't just think surface level and say, oh, let's become isolationist and let's sit here and just focus only on America. That is a very, very weird statement to make, because we rely on the rest of the world.
But great, here's the thing. I don't disagree with you. I don't think that we should have this. I don't think that we should be isolationist, and also I do think that what we do around the world does actually help the United States in a sense. However, here's the thing: Donald Trump has never actually laid out what America first means.
I'll tell you what. In his rallies, when he said put America first and make America great again, he was talking about specifically how the American dollar is losing its value, how we're in all this
He's
debt.
contributing to that.
Indeed, every president does.
Every
But you
president
have to-
does, but this dude has been in office for what 7 months now, and our deficit has gone up by 13%.
It has, and it was down. It was actually a little bit higher in 2023 than it is now. And I mean, it fluctuates like that with every administration. That's nothing new. I'm not making an excuse. I would love to see us in a surplus, but Liv had made a statement earlier about American culture and how, what does it mean to be American, and white people are the only Americans, and I disagree. I think American culture is the freedom. It's about the you laugh
I'm
about
sorry.
it. It
You know
hasn't
I'm
been
gonna laugh
always.
about it, great. Like, be so for real. You know I'm gonna laugh about
Well,
that.
American
For you to say
culture.
freedom?
Well, listen, this is what I mean. American culture today in 2025 represents so many things: diversity, individualism. Think about it. You can go outside right now in America where you can't go in multiple countries, and you can claim to be whoever or whatever you want to be. You can go out there and do that right now. No one's going to say anything to you out of maybe they will, but no one's going to, you can't be arrested for it. Try to do that in a Middle Eastern country, some places in the EU, and it's not accepted. So equality is here, even though it's not always been realized. Ultimately, we are more freer and democratic than we've ever been. And
I
you
let
guys,
you get that one off, because
I understand that
I'm
you
pretty
think that
sure
we're in a
Liv's
fascist
gonna have a
country.
question for you.
Sure.
We've been a fascist country,
Yeah, we have been. But also,
especially to
in order
Black
to
and
achieve
Indigenous
that,
people.
in order to achieve that, wouldn't one have to give up one's own culture, sense of self, and humanity in order to align with the ideas and ideologies to be an American?
Absolutely.
So again, that's just assimilation, and I don't think that assimilation, right, has ever been beneficial, especially assimilation into white supremacy. We're the only people accepted in the society as whites, is those that are accepted as white.
Well,
Again,
I agree with you,
predominantly
Liv.
European countries. So
I
when we're
agree.
talking about, though, if you agree with me, then that would just be a concession.
Well, it is a concession, and it's not fair that we have to see the Brody Rocks situation where they threw rocks at the bridge to prevent Black children from going into schools when it was legal for them to be in the same school as white children. It's not right. These things did occur. These things did happen, and I say it every day, whether y'all are on my panels and listen or not. Black people are in pain right now. We've been in pain. And we have a lot of things that we have to unpack before we can recover from that. And yeah, America is solely responsible. The white supremacists are responsible. But they always ask me this one question. Oh, well, the Democrats are for the people. Well, Bull Connor Democrats were not for black people. KKK Democrats were not for black people.
Oh my God, great. You've had this conversation way too many times to still believe that the Democrats of today are the same Democrats from 1865. I can't believe that you believe that, or even the same Democrats from 1963. You don't believe that.
They were
Because
progressive
what part?
Democrats.
Okay, so the Klan today, as it stands today, who did they vote for?
They are absolutely voted for Donald Trump.
What party is Donald Trump aligned with?
He's aligned with the Republican Party.
Does the Republican Party, which values do they actually invoke and promote?
I think they promote lesser government.
Would that be conservative?
It absolutely is
It
conservative.
would be conservative. Okay, so when we go back to 1865, all right, which party was the conservative party in 1865?
The Democrat Party.
Okay, and there you fucking have it in the story. All right, moving on.
You can say
something
they
else.
did a switcheroo all you like, but what
But
I will tell you,
we know that they did.
what I will tell you is that in the police department that I worked for, there was a guy that he was my lieutenant at the time. I'm not going to call his name out, but he told me that he voted Democrat all his life. He was 50 something years old at the time. Okay, and this was back in 2014. Now, and then he told me that his dad's voted Democrat. So what you're saying is not wrong. But all I'm saying is that progressive Democrats, in my opinion, has led us to where we are today. You can say they flip-flopped, and maybe they did. But that was progressive Democrats that started those hate groups towards Black Americans. That's my opinion.
So, okay, can we stop conflating party and ideology, though?
Exactly.
Because
It's not
one's
based in
political party
anything.
isn't, because again, you had the Whig Party, Jeffersonians, the Jacksonites. You had all of these different political parties in America, in which some were progressive, some were conservative, some were federalist, some were anti-federalist, some were new wave Republicans that we see starting during the Reagan era, right? Where you have blue dog Democrats. And so I think we would have to separate this conversation into political parties and then ideology.
Exactly. And that's what we just did. Like walked him through it, basically walked him through it. And he admits that they were the Dixiecrats, the Democrats were conservatives in 1865. He admits it. He knows that they were conservative. That's why I don't understand why he continues to basically spout this idea that somehow the Democrats founded the KKK. I don't know. I don't know why you do that. Why you
White
do that,
hatred
Greg?
founded those hate groups. Okay, that's what founded it.
Wait
And
a
the
second.
same white hate groups that you all claim are no longer Democrats. You think that there's no hate groups and people who voted Democrat who aren't racist against black people?
Great. That's ahistoric, bro, because you're focusing on the Klan as if they're the only hate group to exist during that time. Like after the birth of a nation was played in the White House, a white emergence emerged, and that quite literally like created the conditions to where black people on average were being unalived like at least twice a week by Spencer.
Yep.
For decades. Right?
So-
There were more than just the Klan. And so to just dwindle down the argument of white supremacy to the Klan is disingenuous. Today, for somebody that's in office, that has served this country and worked against anti-terrorism, I know you know that there are over 30 hate groups, white-wing extremist groups in this nation. They're not all the Klan.
Well,
And it was even more back in 1920.
I'm asking you, Liv, do you really honestly think that there are no racist Democrat white tea people or Mexican people or whatever other people? You think that they're all on the
First of all,
Republican side? That's disingenuous.
Mexican is a nationality, not a race.
Hispanics.
Also,
let me be politically correct.
Still not a race. Still just
still
an
not a race.
ethnicity.
That's an ethnicity. And what I want to
That's
point
what-
out,
okay,
Grace,
white is an
that I
ethnicity, right?
argue, and
No,
Grace,
white isn't an ethnicity.
we've had these conversations, Grace. I argue that not all of Donald Trump supporters are racist because there are black people that supported him. Just like when it comes to Kamala Harris, not all of her supporters aren't racist because we see blue liberals and we see the racist shit that these liberals do. right? I never made that. This is why I'm telling you that you cannot conflate party and ideology when we're having this debate in particular.
My statement stands. There are still racist
stubborn.
people on both sides.
You're so
That is
stubborn. Nobody would say that there
honest.
isn't, but you're stubborn, great.
Of
I'm
course
just tell
I
you
am.
that.
That's the word. That's why I am the way I am.
Just don't make no
You
sense. You
made
know
that
better.
argument though, right?
Well, I mean, I that was my original argument, that the Democrat Party originally was Bull Connor, the all of the Klan people, the Jim Crow era, and they were all progressive Democrats. That was my argument.
What?
Yes,
Huh?
that was my argument.
Liv, did he just call them progressive Democrats during Jim Crow?
They were.
I'm
Even
sorry.
Itchy admitted that yesterday, that
Wait a
they
second.
were
Wait a
progressive
second.
Democrats.
Wait a second. When they existed in 1928?
Who?
I mean, 1828?
Who did?
Bull Connor.
No, Bull Connor was in the six. What are you, Liv? What are you talking about?
Wait a second. The Democratic Party was founded in 1828. Bull Connor was around what? No, he was born in 1940 something.
Bro, do you
Nah,
not
Bull
know what I'm
Connor
talking
definitely
about?
was
Okay, wait a second.
before then.
If the Confederacy was predominantly Democratic, okay, and the Democratic Party has existed since 1828, and you're going to argue that Bull Connor, because this is what you just said, Bull Connor was a progressive, you would have to argue that there was a party switch.
I'm not saying. Did I ever say that there was not a switch?
No, I'm asking you for clarification.
Yeah, I never said that. I even said to Erica specifically that I'm not suggesting that a switch didn't happen. All I'm merely stating is that.
Great. So, when conservatives are in the Democratic Party, right, and Bull Connor aligns himself with conservatism on his literal agenda, okay, what a part of Bull Connor's agenda was progressive when he aligned himself with a conservative ideology? If you don't believe me, you can look on the things that he ran on.
Oh, I'm not saying. I'm telling you exactly. Even Malcolm X was talking about the Democrat white male and the progressiveness of them. He even mentioned it.
How did he mention it? Just for
Well, I
shits
mean,
and
I'm not
giggles,
going to go into the
shiggles.
context. I mean, but
Okay.
he did mention it.
Anywho,
Talk about Malcolm, because we learned this today about Malcolm.
we did. We can talk about him in just a second. Guys, shout out to Valerie for the $3. Valerie said, thank you for all that you do. Thank you so much, Valerie, for the love. I appreciate you. All right, guys, let's keep tapping the screen, sharing the lives. Over 400 people in here. All right, continue to show live love. And we're halfway on our donation goal, and we do still have $145 left in our daily donation goal. I think I just confused those two, but I think you all know exactly what I meant. All right, please ask any questions if you have them. I'm happy to answer. All right, with that being said, pay links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name, PayPal and Venmo. All right, Hector is not here. I hope he's resting. But as Hector would say, don't make me bully y'all. Don't make me bully y'all, especially with this voice. I will annoy the heck out of you. All right. But thank you so much for doing all of the good things. Please know Black women labor is not free. And just keep doing all the good things, guys. I appreciate y'all. Liv, is it time to read?
Well, before he reads
Grader,
that,
I need Gray to read. I need you to read it. So you can go ahead and then just read this because it's out of here.
Go ahead, Gray. Get to read it. Gray, you got to read it out loud.
Oh, you didn't specify.
Yeah, I can't see with my glasses on.
Okay, we were truly all the same because their beliefs in one God had removed the white from their minds, the white from their behavior, and the white from their attitude. I could see this from that perhaps if white Americans could accept the oneness of God, then perhaps too they could accept in reality the oneness of man and cease to measure and hinder and harm others in terms of their differences in color, with racism plaguing America like an incurable cancer. The so-called Christian white American heart should be more receptive to a proven solution to such a destructive problem.
So when we quote civil rights leaders, right? Let's make sure we quote them like as they evolve. Let's not just pick out early Malcolm and say this is Malcolm all of his life, right? Because that would just be disingenuous. Big shout out to Michael Hayden. If you haven't read it already, if you haven't gotten the book, Black AF History.
Yep.
We had chapter 12 today. It was a deep chapter. It was a heavy chapter.
That was awesome. That it stopped me in my tracks. Actually, it stopped me when they started talking about COINTELPRO. Stopped me dead in my tracks.
So we can get back to the America First conversation. What do you think personally, or you probably don't care, Liv, but how do you feel about Hillary's praise for Donald Trump on national television?
Well, what Hillary said is that his economic policies are working, right?
Okay.
Currently.
That's what you
Currently.
said that was not happening for months. You said that we're going to be in a Great Depression, that we're going to see.
No, Gray. No, Gray. So
You said that, Liv.
Economists forecast, right? The trajectory that we're on. And listen, Erica is probably one of the most honest people on this app, right? What I have specifically said is that Donald Trump and his policies are going to lead to stagflation, ultimately a recession, right? And right now, his policies and the economy is holding. I've never denied that. I've never once denied that, brother. Right?
Are you telling me that literally 2 months ago on a panel, you said we are headed towards a Great Depression?
Because of his tariffs. Because he is putting his tariffs on and taking them off, we haven't felt the brunt of those tariffs. I've made this very clear in every argument. Matter of fact, there are people on the left that disagree with me in my estimation of what Donald Trump is going to do with the economy.
So do you still think we're headed towards a Great Depression? Or has your opinion changed?
I don't think we're heading. I never said a depression. I said a recession.
He always said recession.
I said recession. And I said we're gonna go into stagflation first by December. And I'll be very specific. By the end of the last quarter, we'll be headed towards stagflation.
Okay. I can't deny that because there's a lot of smart people who've said that we were going to head towards a stagflation. My question to you is, how do you feel about Hillary's statement? Like, I mean, that is the face of the Democrat Party. She has been for years.
No, she's not.
I want to read.
Kamala Harris is.
I want to read Hillary's statement though. That's the thing, because there's something to actually take into account. There's a specific word that she used that we should take into account. She says, honestly, if he could bring about the end of this terrible war where Putin is the aggressor, invaded a neighbor country, trying to change the borders, if he could end it without putting Ukraine in a position where it had to concede its territory to the aggressor, had to, in a way, validate Putin's vision of a greater Russia, but instead could really stand up to Putin, something we haven't seen, but maybe this is the opportunity. And she said, to make it clear that there must be a ceasefire, there will be no exchange of territory, and that over a period of time, Putin should be actually withdrawing from the territory he seized in order to demonstrate his good faith efforts. Let us say not to threaten European security. If we could pull that off, if President Trump were the architect of that, I nominate him for a Nobel Peace Prize, because my goal here is to not allow capitulation to Putin, aided and abetted by the United States of America. I'm sorry, she just said the United States. I had a pop-up come. I was trying to fill in the blank. By the United States, I think that's terrible. I'm sorry, I think that's a terrible, terrible precedent, is what she said.
Did you not finish reading what she said? She also said she would about the Nobel Peace Prize. You left that out.
I did. She said she nominated him for a Nobel Peace Prize. And then, so she added, I'm dreaming that for whatever combination of reasons, including the elusive Nobel Peace Prize, President Trump may actually stand up to Putin on behalf of not just Ukraine and its democracy and its very brave people, but frankly, on behalf of our own security and interests, which makes sense.
Okay. So again, for me, it's
quick
like,
question.
What is he arguing?
Quick question, Greg. Quick
about
question,
the
Greg.
I got
of the
commas.
Nobel Peace Prize.
I have a quick
No,
question.
I just right
Yeah.
said it.
Hey, in
Okay.
Donald Trump's trilateral agreement, did he propose a ceasefire?
No.
What did Hillary say about a ceasefire?
He said that would not be the solution.
What he said. What did she say?
They're not going
What
to
did
stop.
she say?
They're not.
What did no.
I don't.
Well, former Secretary of Defense, what did she say? Needs to
Secretary of
happen.
State.
No, you tell me. I'm
Secretary
not
of State,
brushed
I'm
up on
sorry.
what she
It's okay.
said.
I got you.
I took a couple shots at the HENN in there. So.
Ooh, Liddy.
What did she say?
What do you
Oh,
mean?
you're talking
did
about
she
what
say?
Hillary said.
Yeah, what Hillary said.
Okay, no, he was reiterating. I'm talking about. Okay. Hold on,
Hillary, what
just a
did
moment.
Hillary say? The Secretary of State, former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. What did she say in regards to Trump, Ukraine, and your boy Russia? What she said?
What you just read is what she said.
Exactly. So, like, what are you arguing here? Because
No,
she
I thought
said,
Liv was talking about something about the ceasefire.
if was a fifth, we all be drunk.
Erica, I was responding to Liv's question to me about Trump talking about a ceasefire.
Yeah, I kind of lost the plot here. Just go along with it, grade. There's a lot happening right now.
I'm just going to go with you because you're the host. But if this
It's
was
a
someone
lot
else,
happening.
I would be disrespectful right now.
Okay, it's a lot happening right now, grade. All right.
Okay.
Liv, I'm actively losing my voice in real time, which is friggin' weird. I don't know how this happened to me. All right. But she said that that Donald Trump must make a deal, all right, that does not include Ukraine giving up any of its territory. And that also Putin, to show good faith, should give back the 20% of land in Ukraine that Russia has already claimed, that he should give
That's
it
not
back.
going to happen. It's not going to
No,
happen.
no, but that's what she said, though. That's
Oh,
what
I'm
she
sure
said.
that's what she
And
said.
she said, if the stipulations that she actually laid out were to occur, then yes, she would be okay with nominating Donald Trump for a Nobel Peace Prize. Someone in the comments actually said it, and it makes sense. She's basically daring him to do it.
Listen, hey, you know it's crazy. Like,
What's
check
that?
this out. And I only heard a clip. I didn't hear that full statement of her. I only heard a part of it that was shown on CNN. But I appreciate you for reading it, because what it gave me was if Michael Jordan was to come out of retirement, right? And matter of fact, not even Michael Jordan. If Kobe Bryant was to come back from the unalived, right, and win 10 straight consecutive NBA titles, like he would beat Michael Jordan, right? When it comes to the greatest ever, he would be absolutely the greatest ever. Like, that's exactly what I think would happen.
Yeah. If
I was responding to Liv's
I think
question
if Jackie
about,
Robinson came back too, if he came back, I definitely think that he could definitely get like another is it called a grand slam?
A grand slam, a home run,
Something
it's one of
a
those.
grand slam, a World Series. You can get a
Yeah.
World Series. Yeah.
Hey, if Martin Luther King was to come back from the unalived, I promise you, he'd get 100% of the vote in American history, and he would go down as the greatest
You know
president
what?
in
That's
American
crazy
history.
that you say that, Liv. It's crazy because
Yeah.
I honestly think that at this point, if Malik El Shabazz came back, if he came back, they call him the second coming of Obama.
I swear to God.
Just saying.
well, I know Liv is consuming libations, but basically,
No, I'm
responding-
chilling now. I'm chilling now. I only had
Well-
two. I had a day. Like, it
Well,
was
wait,
a lot
Liv,
today.
let me respond to your thing. You said.
No, you
about
go
the
ahead, bro. You can go. Hey, listen, Greg. I honestly, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't mind debating you. The shit that triggers me is the Christo fascist shit. That's the shit that all this other shit. We could talk about this all day, right? I don't care. You can go ahead, say your points. I'm not gonna interrupt you. It's
I mean,
that
I
other
can't
shit
believe
that
that you really think I'm a Christo fascist. It's crazy. I'm
Yeah,
not.
you're like a Pentecostal Christian, like the worst of Christianity. Like,
Well, maybe I'm very conservative, but I
one
mean,
tier up from fucking Catholicism. It's
I'm-
crazy.
Liv, I literally have to text you the question I was about to ask, and then I realized that this is my platform. Also, this is my main. I'm gonna text you the question.
And look at truly black
do
and
not
proud.
read it out
now.
loud.
Oh my god.
Oh my
And you know
god.
what the crazy part is, and this is the wildest part. When you said that you were gonna be on Jubilee, right? This is how pro-black I was. I was like, damn, he need to brush up on this fucking Christian arguments. Cause I'm just that fucking pro-black, bro. You know what I mean?
Dude.
But at the end of the day, right? Donald Trump has another 3 years in office and a couple of months. The things that we're arguing right now, the things that we're discussing, like only time is gonna tell. And we are not in a good space. Our economy was fragile before he took office.
Sure.
Right? Because of his last presidency, relationships with foreign countries has been fickle at best. Right? We re-elected this man, and the world laughs at us. Russia put his naked wife on their national TV.
Whole hoo-ha.
Whole hoo-ha.
Out in the open, spread eagle. That shit was crazy.
It was a wild situation.
Liv, can you check your text messages, please?
Yeah, I got you.
So, Liv,
I have to have some fun.
And Erica, in response to Liv about the ceasefire, the reason why Trump no longer wants, or he doesn't mind it, but he no longer sees it as a priority is because he doesn't view it as sufficient by itself. They want a direct.
Let me ask you.
They want a full deal with Russia. They don't want this, hey, let's do this today and then maybe tomorrow we'll see what happens. They don't want that anymore. They want something solidified, codified, and sealed.
No, totally understandable. I get it. They want something that's actually going to
So that's why Trump
that
said
part.
what he said. That's why he said, hey, no, I don't think a ceasefire is a solution anymore.
Okay, bet. No, I think a peace agreement is the actual solution, not necessarily a ceasefire.
Yeah, no. I think well again, for me, just from I need them to capitulate something to show that they're operating in good faith. Listen, even if we're having a summit 24, 48 hour ceasefire to be able to have negotiations and then look at extending it, we're talking about 48, 72 hours, talking about maybe a week, right? Yeah. Of a ceasefire to actually have negotiations. If Russia isn't willing to capitulate to that, I don't see why Ukraine would even come to the table.
Exactly.
Because Ukraine has taken up 700,000 Russian lives. Again, I'm gonna say that again. Ukraine has taken 700,000 Russian lives, right? That Russia may have gotten some territory. They're supposed to be the second strongest military in the world, and they can't beat one country. One country, Ukraine, has taken 700,000 Russian lives.
But Liv, you failed to mention that they did that because of our help. We're giving them.
It's not just our help, because even with Trump, it's not just our help. They have the help from the EU.
I was just about to say that, but you cut me off. They've got. It's not just them fighting Ukraine by themselves. We know that this war would have been ended months ago, maybe years ago at this point, if it was just Ukraine solely by themselves. That's why Zelensky has. I'm not even going to say that because it's disrespectful, but that's why he's asked and pleaded with everyone to help. And we are backing him because he's our ally. I mean, I'm not saying that what we're doing is wrong. I always advocate that Ukrainians should be defended. I think anytime MAGA gets up, and I don't affiliate myself with MAGA. I've never ever have. I know you guys think I am, and that's fine. But I think it's dumb and disingenuous when anybody who voted for Trump says, hey, let's stop sending money to Ukraine and just let them figure it out. That's the craziest statement ever.
No, so great. I think, first of all, I want to get the conflation. The reason that you're more detrimental than MAGA, right? That's the first and foremost thing, right? Because you're not MAGA. You're a fascist. You're literally a fascist. Like, and I hate to rip this Band-Aid off. I don't know if people have told you this before, but like MAGA as a whole is unintelligent. Right? They will read the headlines. They will listen to Donald Trump. I was just in a live with a dude that was talking about when Donald Trump was in the Oval Office showing pictures of the Congo and like Zambia and saying that that was South Africa for white people, right? And I'm like, he's like, Donald Trump said it. It has to be true. Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, bro, like he's lying to you. He agreed to me with me that Donald Trump was lying to him, and then said it doesn't matter if Donald Trump lied to him. He knows what's best. Like, you're not that. That's not what you are, right? You're someone that can take. You're fine. You're someone that can take the truth and make it sound palatable, similar to like a Ben Shapiro or Nick Fuentes. You know?
Well, that's
great.
That's a dangerous statement to make. It's very dangerous, Liv.
Thank you so much for letting.
Jesus Christ. Greg was just freaking talking, bro.
Yeah, and honestly, it's a dangerous statement. I know that a lot of people listen to me. I know that the liberals hate me. It's fine, but I'm not one of those individuals who bends the truth. I criticize Donald Trump more than most people that I know on the right. And the only reason why people think the way that they think about me is because on these live panels, when I'm not even in them, people are always bringing me up saying that blah, blah, blah. Oh, did you hear what he said this day? Did you hear what he said? Blah, blah, blah. F grade on this. It's ridiculous because I've never.
I don't. But that's why I think you're worse than the fact. That's we're worse than MAGA, right? Because MAGA needs Donald Trump to exist. Fascists don't, right? Most fascists, most people, the most harmful people, the people that are in these alt-right, right-wing groups, right? They don't want Donald Trump. Donald Trump was just a means to an end for them to achieve their goals. Yes, for them to achieve their goals. And for you, your goals are rooted in Christianity and this idea of white supremacy that's co-opted into this concept of American exceptionalism and isolationism, right? An idea of benefiting the rich while disenfranchising the poor and justifying the bigoted things that happen to women, queer people, migrants, and black and brown people to say because these things justify ultimately your ends. So these things are a necessary evil for you in order to achieve a particular goal of a Christian, specifically of a Christian nation.
Well, I'm not an accelerationalist like most people would assume. I'm far.
I don't think. They be very clear. I don't want to be very clear with you, and I don't want to cut you off. I don't think that you're an accelerationist. I think that you're somebody that's playing the long game. Like, what is his name from the Heritage Foundation? Voight and the other. There are three of them.
Okay.
Voight, the dude that wrote majority of Project 2025. The technologist, I can't say his name. Technological dude. Can't remember his name. Anyways, go ahead, Greg.
Let's talk about Teal.
Yes,
Peter Thiel.
Okay.
Peter Thiel. Long game.
I'm not a fan of Peter Thiel.
Long game.
But anyways, Liv, I disagree with you. First off, if you didn't listen to me talk to American when he was on here, I'm far from an isolationist. I think about expanding the American empire. I'm not a fascist. And then second off, what I mean by expansion is not by going over and conquesting and taking over other countries. I've never suggested that, but our influence has spread over the world. The westernized, why am I saying what?
You said conquesting.
Yeah, I don't believe that. I don't believe that we should go over and just take over the world. That's not what I'm saying.
Conquering? I don't know. Go ahead.
I said that I don't believe in that. I don't think that we should be doing that. I think that our influence, we should be leading by example, and other countries should be trying to emulate us because we're the best. I'm a nationalist, not a fascist, and I'm not anything of the sort. I don't think that we should be, I agree that military should probably be in every state. In every city, which it already is. Every state has their own National Guard. Do I think that Trump militarizing the National Guard in DC is a great thing? I think it's a wonderful thing.
Okay.
So did Hitler. Right? And so
I don't think that's
hold on one second. I'm sorry.
Look, the crime rates in DC.
Hold on one moment.
I don't want to have to.
Okay. As mentioned previously, JK, you've been in the request for a minute, so you know what's happening. I'm going to allow you a moment to speak, JK, because I know you've been waiting for a while.
Please no over talking simply because I don't have it in me to yell. And if you make me yell, I'm going to get angry. All right. You don't want to see me angry. It's not nice. So, with that being said, because we have spent a lot of time with grade, I actually am going to give you the floor, JK. I am. And just a few questions. First, how old are you? You can come off mute.
Oh yeah. I'm 19.
19. Okay.
Really
And
quick,
did
really
you vote
quickly,
for Donald Trump?
Erica.
Okay.
Can I make a really quick bet with Greg?
Sure.
Hey, Greg.
What is it now, Liv?
I bet you 500 coins that he proves the difference between MAGA and the fascists and the nationalists right now.
What do you mean he proves that? You gotta be more.
We're just gonna let him talk. You'll see it. You'll see it. You'll know it.
Great. What did Liv? Don't say it out loud. Just think about it. What did Liv say about most MAGA? Most MAGA are.
I'm gonna be completely honest.
Okay.
But he's also 19.
I think you guys are misusing the term fascist. A key thing about fascists is state control over business and industry, and Trump has never pushed for that. If anything, you know, the incentives for these companies to come from China and everything else to bring manufacturing back to the U.S. That's inherently anti-fascist.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God! Stop fucking lying.
Welcome back, Santana. All right.
Hola.
What's up,
¿Cómo está?
Santana?
There he goes. Okay. Go ahead, JK. Floor is still yours, love.
Wait.
And
Before he
I
says,
mean,
before
don't
he
get me
says what
wrong.
he
I'm not a
says.
Trump absolutist. There's a lot of things I disagree with him doing, especially supporting the wars overseas. But I think for the most part, you guys attacking the voters for listening to his campaign promises when, yes, he hasn't followed through on all of them. But I just don't think that's fair.
So, are you a fascist?
Wait,
hold on.
Liv, great. Wait. Before you guys get too
stop.
far, I'm sorry. I just have one really important question.
Absolutely.
JK, is that what we're calling you? Is it JK?
Yeah, sure. You can go for
I don't.
that.
Okay, I don't want to
You
be
can call me
disrespectful.
Joe too. That's my name.
You said Jeff?
Joe.
Joe. Okay, I didn't want to be disrespectful.
Yeah, dude, no problem.
Joe, do you wear tighty whities? Why do you sound that way?
I'm a young kid still, man.
So your balls haven't dropped.
I'm trying to have a respectful discourse here. I mean, if you would like to disprove
I'm the wrong
anything I've
person to
said
talk
so
then. I'm
far.
sorry. Go ahead, Greg. Go ahead, Liv.
So I just want to say, because me and Greg are having a totally different conversation. Greg, what I suggest is that now that Santana's here and Erica's here, Erica, the most honest TikToker on TikTok, right? And Santana is probably one of the most charismatic
Nonsensical.
TikTok. I was gonna say charismatic. See,
ridiculous.
I was gonna say
unserious
TikToker. That if we allow this, we can't restate what we're betting, but 500 coins. I bet Santana proves my point, or Erica, Santana or Erica, and me and you could just stay on mute.
What's your point, though? What is the bet?
I can't say it now because then he'll know. I can't fucking tell. It's 500 coins. I'm gonna prove the point.
That's like.
How did Grade get 3.3 thousand coins? Who's been in here gifting Grade?
I have sponsors. Relax.
Hey, chat.
Sponsored. And guess what? They were all white women.
They love me. I love them too. I love everybody. I love you all.
Well, things about to
All right,
change
great.
since I'm here.
So I'll give you a hint, Gray. I'm not gonna say it, but when I was talking about MAGA and nationalists, MAGA and fascists, I bet Santana proves the point.
I mean, sure. I mean, I don't know what's going on.
It's a bet.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I bet. So I'm gonna go on mute. Santana, you got it.
I
So
don't know.
he's a MAGA. He's a MAGA fascist. Is what the bet is?
And Liv, don't forget our bet.
Oh, I'm gonna get there. I try to. I'm gonna get there.
Okay, bet. I hear you.
And Grade, don't forget about our bet.
You bet on what the fuck?
No, you remember?
You gotta DM me so I can remember.
We both got to be mods, bro.
Yeah.
That wasn't my bet. But yeah, Grade, make me a super mod.
Yeah. I gotta use it on my phone. I'll go live tomorrow and mod you all. All right, bye.
All right. So
It's gonna be
JK.
weird, but I'm gonna DM you my number, bro.
So JK. All right. I haven't been able to go over the prompt with you, but I do think that you're deplorable based off of your vote. All right. You have the opportunity to prove me wrong. Why did you vote for Donald Trump?
I have to say the main reason was, I lived in a sanctuary city, New York City, and crime was noticeably worse when we were taking in all of these illegal immigrants. So I wanted that to stop. Another thing was I really didn't like how, we're giving them $3,000 debit cards. We're giving them housing. We're also doing a lot of other stuff for them that we don't do for our veterans and U.S. homeless population.
Really quickly,
Why do
Gray,
y'all
would
just
you
be
have made?
lying?
Actually, I have
Gray,
the
can
sources
you
for
pay me now,
lying.
Gray?
I just be lying, bro. Like seriously, like you're just lying. All right.
Give me a second. I'm pulling up the sources.
You sure
So
can.
Erica, where's your lemon water and honey?
It's right here.
Yeah. Go and
It's
drink
gotten
that.
better. It hasn't gotten better.
No.
Oh, you're telling me to
I
be
mean,
quiet. Okay.
kind of, but
Can you
like
do a mod announcement for me, please?
keep drinking. I got you.
Thank you.
Guys, listen. There's three.
I'm so sorry. Do you want the source for everything I just said, or
Sure, I would like you
Hold on
to
one moment.
just hold, please. Guys, there's 437 people hanging out here. First and foremost, welcome in. Welcome in. Guys, if you don't mind, tap the screen. We're already at 300,000 likes, but we can do better. Let's get it up to 400,000 likes. Also, let's get the shares up. Don't spam share. We don't need you to spam share. That will hurt the live. Only share it out once, but share it out so we can actually push the live out. And also, please knock out the gift goal. It's the little wig with the perfume. We only need 4 more to knock those out. And last but not least, guys, come on, let's take care of this gift goal. I hate this sticker being over. As a matter of fact, I feel like it's over my face. Please get this sticker. Don't move it, Erica. Get this sticker off my face by actually knocking out the donation goal. All we need is 145 people to send just $1. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, Zelle, everything with Erica. All the pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Go ahead and take care of this. Not Cash App, not Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, Zelle, everything with Erica. All we need is 145 people to send $1, and it's completely knocked out. Tap the screen, share the live, lock in. Let's do the things. JK, the problem with everything that you said is one, like all the stuff you name, like take it up with your local and state government that has nothing to do with federal elections. And then 2, you don't care about veterans. Easy.
I actually do.
No, you don't.
I'm in the process of enlisting.
Yes,
so
you don't care about veterans.
You still don't care about veterans though. Because if you
Why
cared
would you
about
assume
veterans,
that I
you
don't care
definitely
about
would
veterans?
bitch, I'm a dog.
You all are rage baiting this kid.
We're not.
Gray, hold on, Gray.
Donald Trump specifically
We out of
doesn't
this.
care.
We got to bet.
Donald Trump doesn't care about veterans from the way that he continues to actually negatively impact vets, whether you talk about the funding that they've cut from the VA, whether you talk about him trying to force transgender people out of the military without getting their full retirement, whether you talk about his actual persistent attack on people that are unhoused and how he signed an EO to actually put them in jail, understanding that, yes, there are quite a few veterans that are unhoused. Specifically, Donald Trump has been anti everything when it comes to vets. Also, W's in the chat for Sean, who sent a $5 donation towards Erica Knightley donation goal. W's in the chat for Sean. Appreciate you, bro. So, howdy, partner. Everything that Donald Trump has continued to do, like, overwhelmingly negatively impacts all Americans, but marginalized Americans and our vets are definitely marginalized.
Well,
or you can talk about him wanting to get rid of DEIA, which is overwhelmingly beneficial for vets. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, one of the things I find extremely interesting is actually it's going to sound so stupid. The majority of the homeless population in the state of California has actually refused help from the state. And they do this
What does
because
that have to do with New York? You were just talking about New York.
I thought we were talking about national.
Well, I'm talking about like everything that you said, like literally, well, your whole premise about like the actual quote unquote illegal immigrants, like that's a New York thing, like it's a state thing that you talked about. And then your premise as far as vets, like again, Donald Trump specifically is negatively impacting veterans as a whole. So if you want to speak to that, I mean, you could talk about the vets in California, but I would love for you to hear from, you know, what's happening with the vets in New York, or even, you know, more specifically, what are you doing to help them since Donald Trump is being like negatively impacting?
Well, I mean, specifically what I was going to say, because you mentioned the homeless population and how he's, you know, damaging them. If you look at it, the majority of the homeless population, the only state I know the statistic for off the top of my head is California. You know, I believe around 60 to 70% of them have refused help from the state. And that is because the state actually pays them to stay on the street.
Where'd you get that information from?
Give me a second. I'll pull it up.
Yep.
While he's looking that information up, shout out to Heather for the $5 on Venmo. Heather said, "Love your live." Thank you so very much. Thank you so much, Heather. I appreciate the support. All right. Also, shout out to Miss Carol for the $15. Miss Carol said, "Just because you are amazing, you're amazing too." Thank you so much, Miss Carol. All right, guys. Thank you all so very much.
Don't forget about Sean when you take that.
Oh,
$5 off.
and Sean, thank you so much for the $5 too. I appreciate you, love. All right, so that's $20, guys. We are $125 away from our daily donation goal. Just $125. Pay links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name, PayPal and Venmo. Thank you so very much. Also, Alicia's here. Yay. Hey, Alicia.
Hey, Alicia.
Hello.
Before
Hey, guys.
Alicia's, hello, Alicia, I'm gonna let you cook. I just want to call out. I literally just looked it up, and apparently, year over year, the unhoused population in Los Angeles, overall in California, but in Los Angeles has dropped by for the second straight year in a row by 4%, and specifically in the areas of LA, it's dropped 3.4%. And then in the actual city limits, it's dropped by 7.9%. So I'm not sure where you're getting this information.
Well,
saying
I'm
that
actually
people are,
looking at a quote from the San Francisco mayor, London Breed, where she reported that 60% of homeless people offered shelter by the city's street outreach encampment workers refused it. This is from 2023, so it is a little old.
Okay, and I've literally just quoted for the last 2 years, it's dropped overall across the country. I'm not the country, but the state of the state of California, not specifically, but I would love to know, like, one, I mean, I hear a mayor quote, but I would love to see where we can look at actual numbers. But like, I hear the quote. I'm not going to deny the quote, but you know.
I can try to get the numbers, but I would.
Hey, really quick. Hey, JK, work on those numbers.
213 people refused
one second
shelter.
before you go. Hold on one second.
Penis, vagina, suicide, rape, murder,
You're
asshole.
Yeah, whatever.
What in the world?
Like, be weird somewhere else.
It's so weird. Listen, I just wanted really quick. It has nothing to do with the conversation. Something me and Grade had going on. Hey, Grade, can you just give me my 500 coins now? Migrants aren't getting $3,000 a month, bro.
They're absolutely not. That's
come on, bro.
It's state level.
I can get it. It's
tap the
it's
screen.
two payments of $1,500.
One second,
it's coming
bro.
from the city.
1 second, bro.
Eric Adams said that the city is completely out of
We're talking about New York City again?
New York City.
I'm not even.
Well, because they're bringing back the point I had previous.
No, I'm not bringing back that point, bro. It's something different, bro. It's something totally
You said
different.
that illegal immigrants are not getting paid $3,000 a
No,
month.
bro.
And
Listen,
that is
even if
objectively wrong.
Listen. Me and Grade have something going on right now, bro. And look, I believe, Grade, that him saying that is an automatic defeat, and that's 500 coins to me. Or hear me out. We could just double or nothing on a bet later on in the live. Which is it?
All right.
You with that?
Guys, tap the screen, share the live, keep doing all of the good things, guys. Let's go ahead and knock out the little mask thing. I don't know what they're called, but they are pretty, and we only have 3 of those left. Also, continue to show love to the panel and keep doing all of the good things, guys. I appreciate you all. All right.
Wait,
and Wiggles, I see the notification. I'm going to check it in 2 seconds, love. Thank you. What's up?
Just to verify, JK, you said illegal immigrants in New York are getting $3,000 a month.
Plus housing.
Illegal immigrants.
Yes, yeah, they are.
They're not. Wrong. You're wrong.
It is a sanctuary city. It's happening in
They
Seattle.
are
It's
not
happening in New York.
Can you pull the
said it's
source?
happening in Seattle.
Where's the
That's funny.
source?
Well, I'm looking at the actual New York governor's site, and it's the financial impacts, and it talks about funding for service of people seeking asylum. And they do get, in 2023, they had a budget where they were getting 1,474, and then for the fiscal year, not a month, for the fiscal year, they got let's see, 2,000. Each month they got something different. So in January they got 3,752.
Boom, he's right.
Yeah, it's breaking down. Anyway,
well, I'm actually looking at a conflicting source here, the Mayor's Office of Immigrant Affairs, and they're saying that a cash grant that includes money towards housing, energy costs, and other expensive, in many cases, they're receiving it.
Wait, where are you looking? Because again, I'm looking at the information from the governor website, and again, this is for asylum seekers, which asylum seekers are
immigrants.
Yeah, they're not illegal immigrants that you guys keep saying.
Well,
they're literally quote unquote
immigrants.
They're literally
money
quote
from
unquote
the state.
doing it the right way. Aren't you? You guys, they're quote unquote doing it the right way. You're talking about.
I'm 100% okay with asylum seekers.
Well, then it's a moot point what you're talking about. Then none of that makes sense. It doesn't matter what you're saying. If you're okay with asylum seekers, then shut the fuck up.
Did he say, was his claim that illegal immigrants are making?
Yes, that's why I doubled down and even said the word illegal.
That's why, but Greg, that's why I said that you owe me 500 coins, or we can double or nothing.
Bro,
I made sure I understood that he was saying quote unquote illegal, and it's not. It's asylum seekers.
First off, in the comments, I'm not MAGA. And,
WT Frenzy.
There are exceptions to that. You do understand that. For example, for emergency services, so we're paying for their hospital bills. We are giving them money for undocumented immigrant children. And all kinds of different things.
No, we do give money to undocumented children.
Hey, guys, states have the authority to use their own funds to provide assistance to unauthorized immigrants.
I muted him. I got it. E. You're good. Go.
All right, I would like for Alicia to be able to respond. So, Alicia, the floor is yours, love.
Hey guys. So yeah, that's just a lot of false information, JK. So for one, yes, they are asylum seekers. That's why I had originally requested to come up, because I did hear that as well from Kenna, the illegal immigrant phrase. They are asylum seekers. And also you said something about undocumented people and their having money for hospital stays. So hospitals, regardless of whom you are, the ER has to take everyone. So that's not something like new. Like I can't deny somebody in the ER. I can't send them away, regardless of if they have insurance or they can pay, whatever the case may be. But there's no like extra money that those whom are undocumented get so that they can go to the ER. It's just a thing where we just don't turn away people who are in emergency situations.
If I were to go to the ER,
hold on. We want to make sure Alicia. Yeah, stop talking. Alicia, were you done with your point?
I did have one more point, and also to the statement that you made about wanting to join the military. As a veteran myself, I would implore you to please read more. Because for you to have voted for Trump thinking that he is supporting you as someone who wants to be a service member or service members or veterans in general, you are sorely mistaken. He has done tremendous things to harm both active duty service members and veterans. I am currently working to try to help a lot of veterans in the area who are losing resources, who are losing funding for their medical care, shit that we already needed help with. We are in a much worse situation. So please read more, because you're fucking yourself and people that you claim to care about.
Also, and I'll give it right to you, JK. PolitiFacts, literally fact check this. A New York City program gives prepaid debit cards to immigrant families sheltering in the city hotel to spend on food and baby supply for 4 weeks. The amount of money varies by family sizes, but is much less than $3,500 per person. So literally, yeah, they can actually give that amount for 4 weeks, but it doesn't even equate to the amount that you're actually saying. And it's not something that's long-term. It's literally a 4-week program. Anyway, go ahead.
As I said, you guys are just dismissing the thing that I brought up on the New York Mayor's website, where they said that there are exemptions. And as we know, states like California, Washington, and New York have made specific exemptions, or I'm sorry, I should say expansions, to where illegal immigrants can claim money. And that is just a fact.
So I need
Let me
you to
look that
read
up on the
from-
New York site. I'm sorry.
Can he read that? Can he read where it says that verbatim? Because I need the actual language,
And
because it sounds like a synopsis that he's giving.
And that's what I was about to say. Even more so before you start to read, because I don't trust it when they read stuff out because they lie. Like literally, I had this guy make up a whole fucking bill that wasn't really a bill, and then he got mad when I tried to Google the bill. Can you tell me where? Like it was a whole thing. Where can I specifically find this site that you're actually speaking to?
NYC.gov /site/immigrants/city-services/cash/assistance.page.
Hey, and on that note, I love all of you all. Can you please drop me? I do have a formation I have to make it to in the morning, and I forgot about it.
Great. It's like 12 o'clock. The fuck are you doing?
It's 1 o'clock. where I'm at.
Great. Go to sleep.
Good night.
Live.
Can you repeat that one more time, JK?
Pay up.
That's not a. How was that a pay up? We didn't ask him.
No, because you were supposed to ask and you didn't ask. You had like
Because we started
opportunity.
talking about immigration.
No, space and opportunity was present and you didn't ask him. That shit would have been funny too.
I'm still gonna ask him, and I'm gonna get it back.
Thank you. I will message you. I can't because if live. All right, I won that time. But if you do ask, I owe you. I got you. Okay. But that is funny. How did we get there? I have to look at the text messages to see how did we get there to me saying this. Okay. Go. Y'all were talking about something I don't remember.
Yeah, I just asked
Immigration.
JK to repeat that one more time so I could get there because I missed it. NewYork.gov. What?
I actually have a list of websites here. I'll give you that one.
Just if you tell me what you look for in Google, I can go from there. That's easy.
Okay, perfect.
Type out the website.
So right now, I just have something that says cash assistance, and it basically says that asylum seekers in New York.
No, what did you type into Google?
What's
Thank
it
you,
called?
Unc.
I typed in does New
That's
York
an apatosaurus, by the
pay
way.
for illegal immigrants?
Does New York pay for illegal immigrants?
New York City, I should say. I put NYC.
If you're a Trump supporter, go ahead and request up. If you're a Trump supporter, request up. I definitely have enough friendlies on the panel, so if you're a Trump supporter, request up. Thank
Wait,
you.
can he go back to what he was talking about before, because he gave a source and that's what he said he was reading from.
Right.
So
we're just trying to get to that source of what he was reading from.
And I also have a few other sources here.
No, we just want to know where you're reading from. Are you reading from the Facts Not Fear? How welcoming immigrants benefit, or where are you reading from?
I'm reading from New York City Mayor's Office, Immigration Affairs, under the cash assistance, and it's going over.
No. I mean, like looking at the actual. When you type it in, I typed in exactly what you said. Does NYC pay for illegal immigrants? I gave an AI overview, basically saying no. I mean, it tells about the assistance form, but I'm sure that you actually didn't stop there. So where did you scroll and click on? Because I see undocumented immigrants, New Yorkers contribute $3 billion in taxes. I see Facts Not Fear. I see the cost of illegal immigration to taxpayers. Which one?
We must have a different AI overview then, because the one I have is while some benefits are available. Wait.
Yeah, I'm on a .gov. I'm on the New York City .gov, and it's the Mayor's Office of Immigrant Affairs.
So in some cases of emergency, New Yorkers can apply for a one-time emergency grant called a one-shot deal for situations like eviction or utility bills, regardless of immigration status.
That's for all New York. It's all for all New Yorkers. Everyone in New York has that opportunity,
including illegal immigrants.
Including those whom are documented immigrants. So documentation can be anybody with a visa seeking asylum, anybody but if you are undocumented, you cannot start that process.
can access state financial
Also,
aid and
also, if you
scholarships.
like, I
Yeah,
typed that in, and the AI overview immediately says no. It gives links to multiple. Oh, I see the cash assistance thing that you're talking about. But like to Alicia's point, you literally have to have documentation. It says as a non-U.S. citizen, you have the right to apply for cash assistance regardless of. Oh, wait, hold on. Is this what you were reading? Regardless of immigration status, free interpretations in your language. Okay, so this is for
Did he
temporary
click
cash
on it, though?
assistance. Say it again.
Did he click on it and actually read where that's coming from?
I don't think he did, but I'm here. This says it's determined by eligibility. Let me take a look and see what this says for eligibility.
My point is that there are cases in New York of illegal immigrants receiving money from the state.
No, they're not. They're not considered illegal immigrants. That's what you're not understanding. I hate that you guys keep using that term.
Undocumented immigrants.
Undocumented isn't even the proper term. In order for you
I'm
to,
not referring to
in
asylum
order,
seekers. I'm not referring to people that are going
no,
through
no, I'm not even even take away asylum seekers. In order for you to get any sort of assistance from the federal government or even your state government, there has to be some sort of documentation on you in order for them to keep track of that. Thus, you are in some sort of process. You are now considered documented. They have document like that. That's not what you're
Actually,
describing.
Alicia's like, she's spot on. Literally,
Maybe
I've just
they're
read
calling it
down.
documentation,
Hold on for a second, JK. Literally, I'm here where you said I thought that you were right for a half a moment, and Alicia just literally fucking spit bars. Like I'm reading through this entire thing, and she's absolutely right. So when it says regardless of your status, meaning that you can actually be someone that's going through the process, someone that started the process, someone that's a asylum seeker, but they have to be able to track you. And specifically, unless you're someone that's receiving SSI, you're required to pay that back. And like it's a whole thing. So yes, they have to be able to track you. So you can't just be, someone in the country without any type of form of quote unquote documentation. You can't just be someone who, hasn't claimed asylum or anything like that. Literally, she was spitting bars. It's right here on the site that you gave me.
Let me move this out the way.
What I'm referring to is if you go to New York City for the past few months under Adams, there are lines outside of different offices where all you have to do is provide your name and nothing else, and you qualify for $3,000 in housing.
Yeah, so that's just JK. That's you're telling half truths at this point. So you can qualify for assistance, but even with that, again, you are still considered documented. You can apply for these things, and not everyone is getting these things. You have to meet certain qualifications to receive these things, but you are still considered a documented or in the process of, because I do recognize that some people would still be listed as quote unquote undocumented while they're in the process, but there has to be you have to be in some sort of stage of the process. You can be on a work visa, school visa, you can be here in the midst of applying for your citizenship, all of these things, but those things have to be met. So the terminology that you're using is harmful and dangerous when you keep saying illegal people.
Do you understand that, JK?
Yeah, I completely understand that, but I
can you fix your
disagree.
terminology?
I mean, you can disagree,
verbiage
but
that you're using.
I'll
like
stick to
literally, it's
undocumented.
facts. Like I literally went to the page that you were on. I thought you were right for half a moment, and then while Alicia was spitting bars, I was prepared to say, hey, guys, I think we have to give this one to him. And then I went to the requirements to realize, you know what? Let the black woman cook. Like literally, this is exactly what it says on the website. All you have to do is click on the how to apply, and it gives you the detailed rundown of it.
All right, I'll concede this point. Maybe I'm skimming the articles. Maybe I'm missing something here.
And it's not to say, right, like two things can exist at the same time, right? Because I wholeheartedly do have issue with the fact that even in more left-leaning states, our situation with our homeless population, right? But that doesn't mean that we now demonize those whom are here trying to become citizens or make their way in the world by coming here to the U.S. We don't need to demonize them because we're upset with the situation with our homeless population. We
I'm
can
not
care
trying to
about
demonize them.
But
I
you,
just
but you
personally think
compared them receiving aid to veterans. You used veterans as a pawn in the conversation, and that's just not right, right? Like, because again, as a veteran, I care about all people. I care about veterans getting what they need. I care about the homeless population getting what they need, and I also care about immigrants being able to have safety and a chance at providing a better life for their family. I can do all. I can juggle, right? I can chew gum and walk at the same time.
Well, honestly, I'm not trying to demonize them. My point is this, is that there's a limited amount of money, and that money is going to asylum seekers.
There's a
and
limited amount
other
of money?
people who are in the process of getting
Where'd you get there's a limited amount of money from?
common sense, the fact that the government does not have an unlimited amount of
Are
money.
you sure? Because they literally just did like
I mean, I can pull up the speech
$3.4
of Eric
trillion
Adams where
tax.
saying that the government,
How much was
New
that
York
tax
City's
cut
going
to the
bankrupt.
how much was that tax cut?
How much is the
Overall?
ballroom that the president that you voted for? How much does that cost that he's building right now? You know, they
As I
demolished
said
the
before,
garden.
I'm not a Trump absolutist. I just think that the fact that you're criticizing people for agreeing with his campaign standpoints, I don't think that's fair.
Yeah, but I mean, you haven't provided any one of his standpoints that would be supportive to you or any other American.
I can't support his standpoints. So one of the
I
things
want to
that I
go
really
back.
agreed with,
I want to go back because, like, even if you're talking about New York City itself, and you're saying they're the government, they have a $115.9 billion budget.
well, they also spend. Let's see.
When did they go over budget? It's the typing for me, y'all. Goddamn.
Want to make sure I'm spitting facts, though.
You need like a quiet keyboard.
No, seriously. So, expenditures. Okay, so it has decreased, but as of 2025, we spent $1.47 billion housing undocumented and asylum seekers. Or whatever the proper terminology is.
1.47?
I'm trying to be correct.
You said 1.47?
1.47 billion, and in 2023 we spent 3.75 billion.
Okay. Out of, let's just put it at 105 billion. All right. What percentage is that? It's like what? A little less than 1%, maybe right at 1%, if that.
I know, but that other percentage of money isn't going towards people.
But it is going towards people. It
Can I
is
have
going
an
towards
example?
people. Don't you?
I don't know of any
What?
programs in my state.
Hold on. Did I hear you correctly? Did you like? Are you talking about the 1 point something billion that you said the $1.1 billion isn't going towards people, or are you talking about the remaining amount? What are you talking about?
I'm sorry, people's the wrong word. It should go towards American citizens. is
So,
what I mean. I think that the American taxpayer.
It does, though. What
I
are you
think
talking about?
the American taxpayers should, the money should go towards other Americans. It should not go towards people that are just coming to the country and have, not full, may not have a green card or may not be fully a citizen yet.
Sure. So can we just point out some of the facts right quick? Hey,
Yeah, sure.
migrants generate about $580 billion in revenue, of which, and I pulled this up. When it comes to, here we go. Here it is, right here. Here it is. When it comes to Social Security, which they don't have access to, they pay $25.7 billion into Social Security and Social Security taxes alone. They pay $6.4 billion in Medicare, which they don't have access to. Pay $1.8 billion into unemployment insurance, which they don't have access to, totaling roughly $33 billion. Now, they don't have access to that money that they pay into our tax system. And they contribute at best. I'm going to give you $10 billion. I'm going to triple what you said. $10 billion. I believe this country was founded on taxation without representation is theft. And that if migrants, undocumented migrants, contribute $30 billion to the United States government and to the American citizens that are on Social Security, Medicare, and unemployment, that the least we could do, right, is give them housing, right? Because again, as you said, right, that's 1/3 of what they give us. They're asking for 1/3 of what they give us, right?
All right.
All right, cool. Because this is just a facetious argument at best.
There's that. Got anything else, JK?
I just, in all honesty, I just don't agree with the majority of Democratic standpoint.
Sounds like this. What you're speaking is the same frequency as that shit.
I swear to God, I wasn't trying to actually push that, but it was perfect, so I just let it play.
Do you think, JK, you just like because I feel as though there's nothing that could be provided to you that's going to change your mind?
My mind has changed. You guys changed my mind about how New York is not giving money to illegal immigrants. I'm admitting that I'm wrong.
No. What I'm saying is that I'm that's not what I'm stating is that understanding the benefit of those who immigrate here or are migrant like asylum seekers, anyone who comes here, like, are you not understanding and recognizing the benefits of?
There absolutely are benefits, but what you guys are failing to, get is that there all are downsides to it. There are downsides to mass immigration.
What are the downsides that you think are there? There are. I'm sorry.
Well, first of all, we can talk about the increase of fentanyl that's come over the border with open.
TikTok-friendly language also, please.
Did it on purpose.
Oh, I'm sorry. The increase of certain substances that come over the border.
The Cato
They kind of came with open borders under Biden.
So
Even though that's not a direct result, I'm not saying that's the migrant fault. I'm saying that's a
Who are you doing that
symptom of open.
Oh,
it's a magic trick. So are you doing it to yourself? Who are you doing that to? All right, that was enough for him. All right, guys, tap the screen. Tap the screen. Share the live. Let's do all of the good things. All right. I realized whenever I try to talk, I feel like my voice is normal, and then it's not normal. So I'm trying not to talk, but keep doing all the good things. And if you're coming up here, please use TikTok friendly language, guys. Please also shout out to M Wiggles for the $5 on Zelle. I appreciate you, love. All right, draw some hearts in the chat for everyone who sent some love tonight. I appreciate y'all. We're $120 away from our daily donation goal, guys. Just $120. PayPal, Venmo, links are in the bio. I appreciate everything that you do. Thank you so much for the love, the support, the encouragement, and most definitely the engagement. And also, guys, show the panel love. Check out their bios. Links are there for them too. Do all of the good things. And thank you, 3, for hanging out with me because I can't talk.
Yeah,
it happened
guys,
during the middle of the live. Shut up,
we just want to
Santana.
make sure that you know while Erica's still up here hosting this panel, if she's going to continue to power through, then we need you guys to do your part. We need to go ahead and take care of this nightly donation goal. And if you're a Trump supporter, get in the box, because if you're not a Trump supporter, you will get dropped.
How do you have to do this?
Tap the screen, live.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Watch
Liv, you too? Seriously?
I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do something that's gonna make some people mad.
Oh God! Don't do it.
Blacker.
No. Bicycles. Oh no, King Woods. I was hosting the live tonight, and then some way, somehow, just in the middle of it, my voice was like, "Fuck you," and said bye. And I was like, "What happened?"
Look at Levito.
Levito, you want to come up and have a conversation? Let's see if he'll come up.
You need to make yourself a medicine ball.
I actually.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Levito.
What's up?
How you doing?
I'm all right.
You having a good night?
I mean, I'm sitting on the panel with Liv, so it could always be better.
God, damn.
That was
hey,
cold.
bro, that's how you do me now, Levito.
Levito came in swinging.
Earlier, I was on the panel quiet, and I know he was like, "Fuck you." So, I mean, I think we're even now.
I was there. That did happen. That happened. Liv, you call me the most honest person on TikTok. That definitely happened.
Wait, what happened?
You said F you to Levito. It was out of nowhere too. You just said it.
I did.
sound like
But that's how you know I like you, though. That's how you know I like you. When I do that, it's like my saying, "Hey, what's up, Levito?" I just can't find my way of saying, "Hey, what's up, Levito?"
I would like to do something I've never done before, and give Levito his props.
Oh,
right. Listen, I heard Levito play a white man earlier. And we need to get this man an Oscar or a Grammy or something, because I was offended and entertained, I guess, at the same time. I don't know. It was so many different feelings that I went through, because I was like, that's racist as fuck. But then at the same time, I was like, that's a stereotype. Why are you, doing that to white people? And why are you doing that to black? His entire impression it was a lot. It was a lot.
Yeah,
it invoked a lot of emotions.
I understood.
What y'all up here talking about? What's the topic?
Oh, I think that you're deplorable because you voted for Donald Trump. You have the opportunity to prove me wrong.
No, I probably am deplorable. Some of my views I've been already told that. Yeah, some of my views I've already been told that I'm deplorable. But
like what?
A lot, almost anything. I think in some seriousness that the way we categorize things, I think that we need to lay back on it, because a lot of things are starting to lose their value very fast. If you understand what I'm saying.
Can you be specific?
Yeah. So earlier, not even today. It was like Well, I've been called in the past year and a half. I've been called a Yahtzee like over 80 times.
I can agree with that one.
Yeah.
A lot of people have been throwing that one around like all willy nilly.
Yeah.
Can I get one?
What's that?
Liv, mute. Somebody mute Liv, please.
Liv beeper going off. Liv, what code did they put in your pager?
Why are y'all like
I
this?
was wondering. I was just wondering. Hey, couldn't we say the same about black people? Like once we got categorized as black, like that meant we lost our value, and this is how we got like enslaved or whatever.
Is Liv unhooking somebody from life support? What is happening?
What's happening over there?
Liv, don't take nobody's life. Erica Zell.
Okay, thank you. Go on, Levito.
Yeah, but I think like terms like that, those used to be people. If you were labeled something like that, you had to earn it, and it was a very visceral, nasty thing to be called.
Yeah.
Now, just supporting somebody, and now that you're just called out of nowhere. I mean, it loses the value. It devalues what it is, because the actual person or people those were very actually evil people. So,
I can agree with that, and especially because we actually do have real life Yahtzees walking around here, like openly, outwardly, loudly proclaiming it. And I do think that there's a difference between calling someone a Yahtzee sympathizer and just a full blown Yahtzee. So I mean, I can see your point with that.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, that's it. That's all. I mean,
Can I point this out though really quick, because I disagree with Lita.
Yeah.
Oh, before you do that, thank you so much, Nat, for the $20 on Zelle. I appreciate you, love. Thank you, Nat. Draw some hearts in the chat for Nat, y'all. Hi, Miss Ida. Hi, Miss Ida. With that being said, guys, just $100 left in our daily donation goal. $100 left there. Pay links are in the bio. Thank you all so very much for the love, the support, the encouragement, and most definitely the engagement. Is the best way to support the live. Just keep doing all the good things, guys, while we're here.
And I'll just say this real quick. I'm on Liv and Levito to be able to finish, but I got to get ready to go in a few minutes. But I have something really messy. Hey, let's go, Whitney!
Holy shit! I got a universe.
Whitney! Universe.
Oh my gosh, Whitney! Draw some hearts in the chat for Whitney. Holy shoot! I just got a TikTok universe, guys.
Awesome, she is going on.
Thank you so much, Whitney. Thank you so much.
Whitney.
That is like so cool, guys. I said hearts in the chat for Whitney. Hearts. That's how we show love around here. Hearts.
Yeah, I got kind of a messy story to tell real quick after Liv and Levito finish, but I got to go with
Okay, go ahead, guys.
Yeah, no, this was actually for Santana.
Thank you.
Because he made this point, and you capitulated to Levito, and I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If there's a Yahtzee sitting at a table and a white supremacist, and a black person sits at that table with them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can we agree that? Would you agree with me that they all have similar ideologies?
Yes.
Okay.
That
All right,
doesn't
great.
prove
Okay,
anything.
great. All right, great. All right, great.
Mm-hmm.
So from an outsider looking in, right? And you see those people at the table, right? And then another black person goes and sits at that table. Could you agree that those individuals have the same ideology?
Absolutely.
Okay. Now this last person goes and walks up to the table and goes and sits at the table and is friendly with those people and then gets up and comes to you and says, "What's up?" Right? Now, am I wrong for saying that that person's a Yahtzee or a
No,
white
not at all.
supremacist? Okay. So when people say that, they're not overusing the term, right? They're categorizing people based on who they choose to surround themselves with. And it goes back to an old saying. Birds of a feather
Flock together.
flock together.
Absolutely.
So I don't know if you're necessarily a Yahtzee, right? And I won't disagree that like Yahtzee can be overused because there is a difference between a Yahtzee, a white nationalist, and a white supremacist. But ultimately, they have the same views. And so, like, do I really care if one is a Yahtzee or a white supremacist or a white nationalist? No.
That's a super fair point.
No, I mean,
Exactly.
no, but there might be intersectionality. Just to be clear, there might be intersectionality, but it's once again, you shouldn't. Some of these terms are it's devaluing the seriousness of it. That's all. That's all. I would
Can
say.
I just kind of clarify my point? In a sense of actually agreeing, right? It's not in the instance that Liv is using, right? Because for someone that openly, actively associates with the ideology and is a portion of it or whatever the case may be, like I get that and I don't have any pushback on it. My issue is when certain people have that premise and they immediately throw it at someone without like even engaging with them in any type of way to assess or even to take an outside look. Like Liv, I guess in the analogy, the people that I have a problem with is the people that are like standing outside of the restaurant while people are going in, and they just say, well, anybody that goes into the restaurant is a Yahtzee, even though this is not like a Yahtzee restaurant. It's just a restaurant. It just so happens to be there are some Yahtzees in there. Like, you don't know for sure.
Have you had the T-bone though?
Say it
Have
again.
you had the T-bone? Is wild.
You had the T-bone is what you're gonna hear. Like, have you had it? Have you tasted the oyster?
Have you
rock?
tried the sirloin?
I think to be more analogous, it would be if somebody owned a restaurant that was a white supremacist, and then people going to shop at that restaurant or going to eat at that restaurant, then you could say that because I could never go into an establishment or vote for a person that clearly is a Yahtzee, clearly is a fucking fascist. I'm just not gonna do it, right? So like I could see like just going into a place that happens to have other people who go there, because like, okay, you go into Walgreens and there's a white supremacist who goes into Walgreens. That doesn't now make you a white supremacist.
And
But
that's
if
what
Walgreens,
I'm thinking.
yeah,
Exactly.
if Walgreens itself is owned by white supremacists, and then you go in there and shop there, then now you are thus a white supremacist.
Yeah, I guess my only. Go ahead, Liv.
Oh, what I was saying is that, but that's the point I'm making. Like, I don't think that everybody that shops at Target is a white supremacist because of Target capitulating to Donald Trump and their DEI.
I want to say something
right?
about that.
But I do agree that everybody that voted for Trump was okay with racism, Yahtzeism, fascism as a whole, right? Like, you were okay with that. And so for me, if you're okay with that, you're a Yahtzee. You know what I'm saying?
You hear Santana? That's what he does.
Well, I mean, but that makes sense. Like, the only thing that I'm trying to get across is I feel like because we on the left tend to say like words mean things, and we tend to hold people to understanding of the meaning of certain things that they say, and so we don't let people just say, oh, you're fascist and you're this and you're that, and they don't, like, you're a communist, and they don't know what it is. And so I just, like, my whole premise is behind like making sure that you mean what you say and you say what you mean. Like, that's where I stand. I'm not against someone, if they're a Yahtzee, they're a Yahtzee, but I think we just need to make sure that when we're using it, it needs to actually really apply.
Exactly. I mean, and that's it. That's all. I mean, literally, I was, and then I'm done after this. But literally, if you look up some of the quotes that man said, I mean, he was quoting Genghis Khan. You know, Genghis Khan is probably the worst person ever lived to ever touch the planet. That man quoted people like that. I mean, that's some serious shit. And some of these, you're calling somebody who disagree with you about on a argument on fucking tariffs a fascist and a Yahtzee. I mean, that's ridiculous, and you're devaluing that term.
Yeah,
but that's my point. I think but that's the point. That I don't think that's what people that's the entailment of what people are saying. I think what's better articulated is that you're okay with fascism and Yahtzeeism, right? In order
And that,
to
yes,
achieve tariffs.
yes, and that's what I was just about to say. I guess that's where I stand. I'm not someone that's gonna say you are automatically this thing, but you're definitely okay with that thing. Like that. That's where I am.
Good night, the wizard and all.
I think that it's also
Good night,
important.
my bad.
No, you're good. I think it's also important for us to like not, because like I think a lot of people are of the mindset of, oh, like you're exaggerating a situation or you're making it worse than it really is. I'm 100% positive that there were people in Germany that were walking around thinking the same thing until it became what it actually was. So I don't have a problem with people calling out certain behaviors because I am of the mindset that like this is not something that needs to be watered down. What's happening is absolutely horrible, and like when bullshit happens, we need to call it out. Period.
Absolutely. All right, I gotta take off, but quick messy story. So Dan from yesterday, not my bestie on here, Dan.
Your bestie is so funny.
Yeah, and not the weirdo Dan's, but the guy from yesterday, Dan, that was holding the live. So I was up with Dan, my bestie, right, hanging out with him, and someone sent him a cash app to say like, "Hey, can you tell us what happened?" And in the middle of him telling the story, we see someone saying, "Why are you talking about Dan? Tell me why was that white lady that was modding for him yesterday in the chat blocking everybody?"
Bruh.
And we got her up on the panel.
No way.
Yeah, she came up, and then so you know, Dan was way cool and calm, unlike me. And he was like, "So I'm trying to understand, like, what problem do you have?" And she was like, "Well, I'm not following you anymore." And he's like, "Okay, that's fine." And then she was like, "And Santana, I'm unfollowing you too." I said, "I don't give a fuck."
I know you did. I know you did.
And then she was like, but Dan was like, whoa. Why are you unfollowing Santana? It was like, you said that you unfollowed me because of how I was, going after him yesterday in the chat and how, I was being disrespectful, whatever. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But Santana didn't even participate. He didn't do anything. And then she was like, well, I just don't like the fact that y'all are having a conversation about someone that's not here.
What?
Exactly.
Excuse me?
Exactly. And Dan was like, you had our pictures on the background hosting a live about us, and we weren't there.
Exactly.
It was the funniest thing.
That's
And
so
I'm gonna point this out though. That this wasn't put in the group chat. I didn't know about this.
Yeah, it was a bunch of nonsense really quick.
It was silly pants behavior, man.
I came in because on the background it said something. It said, are they educating or grifting? And then I just put in the chat, definitely grifting, and then left. I don't care what people think about me.
I know you don't. I know you
really
don't. Like with Santana.
Like, I mean, whatever.
It bothered me so. I just wanted to know what his point of contention is, and then has the audacity to call me aggressive.
Yeah.
And then wouldn't even, and I left. Like he muted me. He, the host, muted me in the chat, right? But had the audacity to send me a 4-page letter.
And he deleted his account. That was the thing.
Good
he
for
deleted
fucking him.
He deleted his account.
I got the screenshots though. I got the screenshots, so that's all that matters.
So y'all had a whole who nanny without me? All right.
You don't reply to your text messages anyway.
Yeah, I was on Do Not Disturb.
Because I be on D&D when I'm live.
See, I was on Do Not Disturb.
I gotta give y'all the other number.
No, you need to get on Discord because I ain't gonna hold you. Like Erica, know anybody. Like if I'm live, like even right now, you gotta hit me on Discord.
Yeah, you can't text that person. Yeah. So there's that.
Why are you talking about me?
Huh? What are we talking about? I think I'm about to call it too. I'm gonna go drink some boiling water and hope for the best.
And Liv, the reason why is because I'm good at throwing stones and hiding my hand. All right, I got to get out of here.
All right. Play your music or something. I don't know. Bye,
Play what?
Santana. Thank you. Your music. Do a magic trick. Like do a magic
Oh,
trick.
Levito.
What?
I was a bitch. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was a fucking bitch.
Oh my
I
god.
Yeah,
I was a
that sounds
bitch.
about right.
I was
Yeah,
a bitch.
all right.
I was fucking scared.
Wow.
At least I didn't say you were directly, but I wanted to get that off. All right, I'm out of here.
All right. Good day. Good day. Good day.
What is wrong?
About to do raunchy things. I think I'm about
You better
to
go
do
live.
raunchy things. Yeah, I think so.
I-
On the back of that.
Okay, I can't. I'm so sorry. I can't send you a raid because I promised another friend a raid. So I'm so sorry.
Wait, Erica,
Oh
please
no,
get
I
up. I got a
don't
question.
want to rate on this. I'm about to do bullshit.
Oh, you're breaking up, Livingston. Oh, Liv's gone. What's the
But
question, Levito?
no, so listen. Do you know those lightning firebugs that went extinct a long time ago?
Lightning bugs?
The ones who they light up at night, but I
Yeah,
mean,
we used to catch them when I was a kid. They're not
no,
extinct.
no, yes, they are. Listen,
No,
when I
I
was
literally see them outside. I've been seeing them all summer.
If you're
No,
on
those
the
are-
East Coast, you see them.
No,
Here
those
on the
are
West
bees.
Coast, we don't get them.
Those are bees or something. But
No, they're lightning bugs. I've seen lightning. I'm maybe they're not where you are, Levito, but like
Levito,
lightning bugs are
legit.
still a thing.
Whenever I go home, especially in the summertime, lightning bugs are still around.
Yeah,
And we
I caught the
catch 'em.
same lightning bugs in the early '90s that my kids catch today.
Exactly.
yeah, well, I just wanted to say, have you seen them? Because I was talking earlier, and I'm like, man, when I was 7, I used to see those things. Like they, at nighttime they just pop up out of nowhere, and they turn their like fire lights on, and then they turn them off. Like they go on and off, like you see them just flying. And I mean, I ain't seen them since I was 7, and so I know they're extinct. I haven't seen them.
So maybe you just live in an area where they not at like that. but
Yeah.
they still
Back
around.
home, like in Virginia, every single time we
I'm
go
in
out there.
Jersey,
Yeah, we
and
go out
they
there,
all
you
up
see
in
them and
the-
you catch them. It's fun.
Okay. Well, okay. I mean, I'm gonna need you to ship me some because
Okay.
I mean, I got to get the population back here. I mean, there's none. I don't think there's none. I mean, I see mosquitoes. I mean, I don't think those is fire lightning flies. So.
Whitney said they run from Trump supporters. They can sniff you
Oh,
out so they don't go
I'm weak.
around.
Okay.
Oh, that is funny. That is funny. Let me change the layout. I almost ended the live, y'all. I'm not kidding. I almost pressed the wrong button. Fudge sickles. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to change the layout. Okay. Boo bop. Play someone play the whole music for me, please. There we go. Okay. Here we are. Here we are. Bye, Levito. Bye. Alicia, thank you so much for stopping by, love.
Ask who do you want us to go raid so I know I can prepare myself.
Oh, we're going to go say hi to my bestie and petty, who is Dan Malik. Dan Malik Politics is my bestie. He's celebrating his 1-year anniversary today on TikTok because he started doing lives this day last year. So Dan Malik Politics, guys. All right, what we're going to go do is we're going to go say hi to Dan. So YouTube, because Dan is also streaming on YouTube. It's 18 of y'all over there on the YouTube, which is fucking awesome. I love that I keep seeing the numbers grow up. And guys, we are so close to hitting our watch goal, which is so freaking awesome too. Less than 100 hours away. And I'm just like so freaking excited. But with that being said, YouTube, I see y'all over there. Go say hi to Dan at Dan Malik Politics. Hey, Shin, thank you very much for watching and being a supporter. I appreciate you. All right. So, guys, YouTube, I'm going to say good night. Go say hi to Dan. Draw some hearts in his YouTube comments and say, you know what? Go say hi to Dan.